It's 2017, so are any of us truly...
I don't know if we survived that crash.
I mean, like, we're like half alive at most.
Sure.
We add up to 1.5 alive.
Between the three of us? Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Things I can't spell. Symphony of the Night. Still not saying that we're live, but I imagine we are.
Probably.
Internet, can you hear us?
Hello, peoples.
We're live.
Okay.
Hello.
Excellent.
So this week we are going to be finishing up another Metroid 2 remake for real this time.
Well, let's see. I'll believe it when it happens.
I mean, you can see my save file up there was 5 hours, so...
That didn't have me playing some of the time.
That's true. We didn't. And joining us this week again is friend of the show, Andy.
Hello.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
Here, why don't you take the wheel?
Okay, I have no recollection of where we are.
That's fine. We just beat the shit in the tower. So...
The incredibly irritating boss in the tower.
Yeah, we beat the annoying boss in the tower. Now, we've got, 4 Metroids in this area to find.
Okay.
No big deal.
So was the annoying boss, which one was that?
That was the one that was, like, very poorly signaled. Like, you had to go into the, it was the security robot one.
Oh, that one. So there's still that other boss that we were looking at before.
So that was, like, a new one that was added to this game. Like, to the remake.
The one you did.
Yeah.
But there's one that I have to fight that's, like, through here, was it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. You know, now we're just going back to fighting Metroids.
Do we have any new abilities? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we got, I believe we got a plasma beam, was it?
Fish head things. Oh wait, I'm on.
And the plasma,
Nope.
I think the plasma...
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we got the
wow.
plasma beam in order to fight the things outside because we couldn't control it. Yeah, so you can kill those with the plasma beam because it just goes right through.
Yeah.
And just in general, a lot of the...
Oh, yeah, there's a Metroid
machines.
husk.
I love the noise the machines make when you kill in this game. It's really good.
Just keep going up.
Yeah, no, every once in a while I get the rhythm off, even with this one.
I mean, there's no...
Let me just get rid of these.
If you're desperate, you could Spider Ball.
Not while these are around, though, I don't think.
That was a lot of health lost.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a little while since we played.
I was gonna say, do you want to go back to the save thing and get a health refill? But then again, if
There's
you
no
just
point.
We're so close.
this one will go ahead and give
No,
you a...
Miguel, you're going down. You're going
Yeah,
down.
no, I know.
The
I
boss will
noticed.
give you a free warp back to the save point, so that's okay.
That's one word for it. Friend!
Hello, Zeta.
It's so nice to see you back where you belong.
Missiles.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot. I was like, I've got this new cool beam. Doesn't matter.
Not even cool. I fire some super missiles.
I would too.
Just
that's a good
just a
call.
thought.
I feel like I've been here before.
I will say, it's much better to fight that thing not in the dark.
This is true. I had forgotten that that was the other thing you did.
Yeah, we turned the power on.
Excuse me.
I wonder wonder what happens if you sneeze while you're in morph ball mode.
So in the original game, this was a giant tower that was the only thing that was inside the tower was every single beam in the game. So you can come here to switch between the two because you can only have one beam at a time, which is a weird design decision. That was sort of like technical limitations.
Feels like a not great way to add backtracking.
No! I don't think they were interested in backtracking, like, it was just sort of like a side effect of the beam's not changing. Like, in the first one, there was never any reason to downgrade. Like, ever.
Shit.
Nice.
Okay, I equipped super missiles.
Okay.
Because, yeah, they hit with, like, the strength of, like, 5 missiles, so it's...
Yeah, the problem is that I'm still
Yep.
unclear on when is the best time to shoot, so... Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. This is why I should not start with super missiles.
We got one off.
Yeah.
Low ceiling is definitely
Okay. Shit. Not quite managing to...
You can
the
get
height.
some of them when it's like that.
Okay, then I should be trying to do the floating jump at all.
It's not when it's not what's behind. You can't
Yeah.
get behind. I don't like that some of those missiles hit and like one doesn't. That feels like a little weird. Like the missiles are balanced for it. It's not unbalanced. It just doesn't quite feel satisfying. Like you're not sure if you're supposed to be able to hit it like that.
Yeah, it's a bit... It doesn't telegraph that
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Better.
Well, now you know when to hit it with super missiles, so that'll help.
Pop Toddy is probably cooled down.
Yep, it's
Want
good.
to tell me whether I fucked it up or not?
It could be stronger.
I'm not sure exactly how big those cups are.
Yeah.
There's like a full shot in there. So,
Yeah, it's pretty big, but
yeah. You're welcome to grab some brandy from the kitchen and add more.
it's cool. Oh, I mean, like, it's good. It's just a little weak.
Cicada.
Comes to murder you once every 7 years.
Sumador friend. I just do this to make sure I've got the bed switch to the supers.
Yeah, those. Yes, it's 6 right now, so it's worth it.
Getting out of there.
Yeah. It's a really weird decision that, like, it's very vulnerable when it throws acid, but also, like, you're dying.
I feel like my strategy with this...
I go for the super missiles. Got it.
Yeah.
I feel like my strategy with pretty much all the Metroids in the game was like... It makes sense to not focus so much on how to hurt them, but how to keep yourself from getting hurt.
Yeah, that I definitely feel like is.
The acid spit in particular, it's really easy to miss exactly how badly it screws you up when one of those gets you in a corner.
Oh yeah, it really fucks you up.
Now, other sort of like extra problems when you have a system that has a ton of health is telegraphing how much
Yeah.
health you're losing.
I do
and
think, yeah, like Metroid just has too much health.
Yeah.
It's a big problem to balance.
It's like, it comes up again and again for a reason. I can only really get off one and then it starts blocking at that point.
I was sort of hoping that you'd beat it with exactly 1 health point left.
That would be dramatic, but also
Yeah.
not very likely.
Now, also, the way the extra health packs are shown is not super great for like very quickly seeing how much
It
health
doesn't,
you've
yeah.
lost.
Doesn't also stand super well.
Just thinking about it, I've been playing a bunch of Breath of the Wild this weekend.
How many hours have you put into that game?
Around 100 because I'm about halfway through if I do the heroes path thing. To look at where I've been. But it does, I'd have to look again to see exactly what it does, but it animates the health being lost. So even though you've got like a ton of those by the point I'm in, it's really clear how much damage something did because you see it drain. You see that it's going to drain to this point and you see the movement of it draining.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like the numbers are not necessarily.
It's like even though you've got like 20 hearts with the ability to have like half heart damage and quarter heart
Crit
damage.
missiles.
It's also got the chirp chirp. Like when you go under 3 hearts, it like makes this very, very distinctive noise at you.
Oh my god, yeah, the amount of health I've already lost.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to shoot it from behind. I don't like that decision.
Well, I feel like that would make it a lot easier, you know?
But you said, like, I've already, like, there's so many things that stun lock you in this.
How close are just missiles?
Oh, damn, too soon.
That sucked.
Yeah, see, like, there's so many other things that stop my missiles from getting through. Want to give it a go?
Yeah, sure.
Shoutouts to Breath of the Wild for having the least annoying yellow health trope of any Zelda.
Yeah, but the
I
think
Foursquare notifications are so irritating.
The what?
The Foursquare notifications.
You know, the radar, it's really...
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, exactly. It's like they make up for it by having a really irritating radar sound. Also, some of the collecting stuff, I feel like it's a little bit over-aggressive.
What do you mean?
There's the sound it makes every time you pick up something, and it's fine some of the time, but I remember a point where I was going through, if you're doing searches of the like the guardian statues that are all destroyed, or creatures, every single time you search one of those, it's like, here's a pop-up, here's the louder notification sound.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have let the cinnamon sticks simmer before. It's a little bit too cinnamony.
Oh, that jump was...
Now we're talking about how there being too much health in Metroid, and I wonder if the stun lock is a function of that. Like they could not provide a challenge without these absurd stun lock attacks.
It's definitely one way to like make sure you go through a lot of health at once.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
got
like,
it!
I'd kind of rather just have less health.
Yeah. I do wonder how much is like, I feel like you hit a point in these series and you're like, designers start feeling like they can't change, they can only change so much.
Yeah.
Which is like really frustrating.
That happens with modern series. I'm looking at Uncharted's terrible jumps.
Incidentally, that is one of the things that makes AM2R so good, is that they are able to make changes that Nintendo probably wouldn't.
That is definitely true. Okay, so... Yeah, it's a little obvious which rooms are the ones that have Metroids in them. You can sort of see these hints at.
Now, the more I think about it, the more impressed I am by Monster World 4's way of dealing with health and armor.
Oh, it's so good. Like, it's just really
Where it's
simple.
like this, just a like, oh, armor is the after X number of attacks, an attack won't count. Or an attack of a specific element won't count.
Well, that's like the super missiles.
Isn't there a safe button room right under you right now?
Yeah. Or just fight it, it's just a bad one.
It's true.
Like, it's not hurting me that much. This is...
Sure.
Someone suggesting that the health is a side effect of the exploration. Large health pools reduce the need to ensure larger drops or stores.
I mean, the problem is that, like... I don't know, I feel like the large health pool is exactly a problem, because, like, you spend, like, 10 minutes farming in front of a single, like, pipe.
It's also because I feel like one of those
Like, you spend a really long time farming for health when you get further along in, say, super. And this is not so bad because you just recover health in save rooms, but, like, in super they're, like, really sparse.
Yeah.
It's also, I feel like during the exploration, like, one of the things that's most interesting is, like, when you run low on health. Like, those are the really memorable moments, is, like, the one time that you got really, really deep into Norfair and suddenly you only had, like, 1 health bar left, and now instead of, like, just plowing through these rooms, you're, like, really tensely going room by room, really carefully trying not to lose a little bit of health you've got left.
I feel like that's, like, not the way Metroid is structured, though, just because, like, you grind against anything for health.
Yeah.
Like, in practice, when that happens, it just means you, like, will, like, flit in between a doorway and looking for somewhere to grind. So in this one, save points do fully restore health. I believe that's also in Fusion. And, like, it's definitely an important design decision. Oh, this would have been easier because of the high ceiling, I think.
I don't think it's supposed to be the first
Oh,
one we
no.
find.
Oh, no, it's not a higher ceiling, actually. It's the exact same. So, yeah, just as bad. Yeah, no, it's true, because you get that little animation.
Yeah. I feel like the reason that the health works the way it is it's like partially just like RPG mechanic stuff of like having you slowly grow in.
Yeah.
Ability to grow. It also lets them have a whole bunch of small collectibles, which the game is kind of built around.
Well, I feel like missiles do a very good job at that, and then like the granularity on that feels good because like that's something that we're, you know, it just means that in practice, like, how much time will you be spending farming during a boss fight?
Yeah.
Also, do notice how incredibly more stingy both this game and Zero Mission are about health drops than Super Metroid.
I mean, it's much more lenient about it because it'll, like, you just,
Oh no, I'm sorry, I mean energy tanks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's much less of them. Super has way too many.
Yeah.
Just like an absurd number. You hit the job.
Part of the problem, like in this particular one, with like sensing how much damage you've had, is the wrong thing is big. Like the percentage thing, which actually
It
doesn't
actually
that
matter
much,
at all. Yeah.
is huge, and then it's these little blue dots. For
Yeah.
the, let me have a look and see if I can fix the choppiness.
Okay, got it.
Sometimes the internet is just being bad.
Stuff is downloading here.
Oh. It looks like we're fine in terms of...
Okay. Yeah, apps are updating right now.
Ugh. That's the problem with having
Yeah.
this off until... I'll go through and cancel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
canceling.
weird. I don't like like it looks like there's something beneath it.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Is
Well,
there
it's
just
one
a
thing-
list of
Yeah,
all
I
updating apps?
don't know. I think I got all of them.
No updates.
Let us know if it's less choppy now.
don't feel like Super Metroid was overcompensating just because like you do need to have a lot of those health tanks. Like, I feel like Mother Brain is basically impossible without like a ton of them.
There's actually a really weird thing which does not appear anywhere in the Metroid series except in Super Metroid, where you literally cannot beat Mother Brain without a certain number of health tanks.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's this-
oh, that's okay. So there's lava here, so we can't go lower.
Okay,
Unless
people are
it's-
saying it's better. So yeah, it was just.
No,
Sorry
fuck,
about that.
fuck,
My
that's definitely-
tablet decided to download a bunch of updates.
That's definitely real lava.
Oh,
I can't space jump out of it, so it's gonna be. That's okay. We got a lot of health. It's fine.
Yeah.
You got a
It's-
missile tank.
It's true. But at what cost? Actually, pretty low cost. It's fine. Okay, so that's my theory as to where the lost Metroid is. Yeah, I don't like the hidden lava thing. I feel like it's
yeah. Please do not dip Samus in lava.
toasty.
Bad news.
Okay, I guess let's check the other side of the tower. Well, that'll give us another chance to look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at this Chozo's ass.
So big. So they're a race of dung beetles.
Sure. As far as I know.
That's canon, right?
No, Miguel, they're bird dung beetles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so still room here. Nope, that's also lava. It isn't our old friend, lava. Oh, here's the.
Yeah, going back to the damage stuff, I feel like
Oh God!
oh Jesus! I'm glad you're doing this and not me. I feel like the health thing could
Oh
be
man,
fixed,
this room is.
but that it would take like so much.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck this
Oh.
room!
It would take so
Oh,
much
I remember this.
rebalancing of everything around the game.
I remember this room.
Wow, just fuck this room. Just fuck it.
Oh, it'd be so
Fuck.
great if it got damaged by those spikes.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be cruel, so.
Yeah.
What I remember about this room is the jump actually makes him really, really hard to hit.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, I did not time that correctly. Ugh. Please go away.
I'm always sad when there's an opportunity to have the environment harm the enemies, and then it's not used.
Are there any really good examples of that as like an incidental thing? I can think of a lot of games where it's like, you know, critical, like you can only hurt this boss unless
Yeah.
if you.
Like obviously, my own Vaguely Pixels
Right.
was built around that because I like that, but also Beyond Oasis, which like you need to start having a drinking game of when certain games get brought up.
You talked about it a lot. I'm really curious about it.
We kind of haven't done it because one, I
Fuck
wanted
this
us to like
shit.
get good at doing this before we did it. And I kind of want to write some stuff about it as well to go along with the stream, but we may just end up streaming it at some point. It is out now in a weird, semi-poorly emulated form on Sega Forever this week. If people want to try out one of the more interesting 16-bit RPGs. Yeah, it has enemy attacks can harm each other and stuff, so you can do stuff like knock enemy bombs back at them.
Got him. All right, that's it. That's the last of the Metroids in this area.
This is the one, right, where like you can like if you like set an enemy on fire, it drops like cooked meat or something.
Yeah, like this, it has sort of a food drop mechanic that depends on the type of attack used in a way that makes sense. Enemies can be hooked by environmental traps, although they'll have some will have immunities to certain ones. So like, if there's like a spiked spear trap, you can duck under it and lure enemies towards it, or like trigger traps to fire so that they'll fire into enemies.
Now that you've played Zelda some, do you feel like there's some similarity between Beyond Oasis and Breath of the Wild?
Oh, definitely. Like, I feel like, if anything, Breath of the Wild is closer to being a spiritual successor to Beyond Oasis than it is to a Zelda game.
Should we let Miguel do this bet?
No, something terrible is going to happen here. Pass it over.
Okay.
Have we saved recently?
Yes, I saved.
Okay.
I saved because I needed to save.
Oh, I like those little locks.
This isn't ominous at all.
This feels safe.
Yeah, nothing bad will happen.
Oh god. Remember when I was panicking earlier? It's because I thought we were here.
Well, that is some weird perspective stuff. I feel like that looks like it's background, so I should be able to go over to that with a bit of foreground. Yeah, this is... Wait, I should see if I can do that there.
Doesn't look like there's no like indication on the mini-map that there's like any sort of...
Oh, I guess that's what the busted door is supposed to
Yeah.
indicate to me. Instead I went door.
I feel like this game, like this game is full of ideas, and like about 80% of them are really interesting, and the other 20% just like completely missed the mark.
It's hard to cut stuff.
Yeah,
It's-
no,
especially if
definitely.
it's taken a long time to implement to only find out.
For example,
that.
like I can think like some of these bosses are really good, and some of them are like should have just been cut. Everything that's communicated only in logs should like not be communicated there because like it works better when it's environmental, and the environmental stuff works so well. But I think this is also like like when you're making a fan game, it's especially hard to say no. Like if people are working for you for free.
Yeah, no.
You can't just say, oh no, sorry, the game's better without your work. I feel like that's a lot easier to say in like a commercial project.
Yeah. No, definitely like one of the things doing commercial game art I learned pretty quickly is that sometimes shit gets thrown out. Like you'll go through tons of iterations of something,
and-
or a project gets canned. RIP the great hippogriff animations I made for a Harry Potter cell phone game.
Well, I feel like your style especially like has a lot of like I've noticed this in my own stuff too, but like working with you, I've noticed that like a lot of your first draft stuff will like be like pretty good, and then just get thrown away. Like you're like, no, I've actually got something totally better.
Yeah, no, it's part of the process. And
Yeah.
like, your stuff will get better if you can get into that mindset. It'll take longer to do things.
I think part of it is like learning like what stuff to put a lot of work into on the first pass, and what stuff to go, oh well, this is probably gonna get revised anyway once we have a better idea of.
Well, one thing is like
I feel like a lot of
concepting
time.
takes a lot less time than animating. So I try
Yeah.
to make my cuts before we get into animating.
That's interesting.
So like I can do a ton of concepts because that's like 15 minutes, half an hour, but like animating a character could be 2 days.
Yeah.
Or in the case of a big one, it could be a month. Like,
Have you ever like done like stuff like in animations and then just had to cut it at the end?
yeah, no, there's been things. There was an attack we had to change in They Bleed Pixels because it led people to think that they could juggle using it.
Fuck.
Oh, it's one of those. So yeah, the
I hope you love this section because you might be seeing it twice.
Okay. The up attack in They Bleed Pixels, I did an animation I really liked the look of, but it implied that players could lift enemies using it, and we did not want that to be part of the mechanics, so it had to be cut completely. And like there's an enemy in Beyblade Pixels that only shows up in one level because we realized it was just boring. We
Which
used
one?
it in all the interesting ways we could. It's the little blob with a spike that comes out. And we always wanted to revise it to make it more interesting, but we just never had time. And by the time we had time, we'd finished all the levels. So
No, no.
meant changing things a lot. Yeah, we basically used it the few interesting ways we could, and then just like it never shows up again in the game.
I feel like it's definitely like in a game like Beyblade Pixels, which has like what, 5 enemy types? How many?
Yeah, it's like 5,
Yeah.
roughly.
Like you try to get as much use out of them as possible.
Yeah, they're definitely like the thing we've talked about in this, where.
Like I feel like in a game like this, you know, like you have a lot of enemy types. It's fine if like a few are.
But the Metroids, the way that they like feel slightly different in a slightly different environment,
Yeah.
is something we really tried to get.
Beyblade
across.
Pixels
Yeah.
is really about that.
And there's some enemies we hope to get in that just we never had time that I have designs for, but never got past the into the animation phase. That would have added even more of that.
Sure, if you have design questions, I'm not sure how much we can get into like in this format, but
What are people asking?
you know, if that's something interesting. Someone's just curious if they can ask about.
Oh, weird. It's very strange to not have parallax and suddenly have
Yeah.
parallax. I was like, whoa, it's moving. Oh no, wait. I assume I should use some power bombs now. Oh. No. Oh, no. It's like nothing. Oh, something. Looks like oh, okay, there was. Oh shit!
Well, that's it for power bombs.
Oh shit!
That is a timer, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm trying to go fast, but I'm also trying to remember what the timing is for things. Fuck everything about this. What? Oh, for fuck's sakes! New log entry. Is
I
this
might try missiles.
Oh yeah.
I'm just imagining her like this thing busts through the wall and she pulls out her phone and like makes a log entry really, really quickly.
Fuck this.
She makes log entries the same way Solid Snake talks on the phone. It's like time.
I would hit
still.
some super missiles.
Okay, working on it. Oh, I can just hit it anywhere. I don't need to worry about
I
it.
think it's like the upper section, like the chest or the.
Oh.
Oh, maybe that might actually be better. Never mind. I'm sorry, I led you astray. Try angling your shots upwards.
Just in case.
That many.
Oh.
You don't have to do it.
Fuck it. I know.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
That that would not have been a good thing if the save point worked.
I know.
Like, it's possible it could have given you an impossible situation.
Oh. Not fast enough. Fuck this.
Thanks to elevator music. Like jazz.
I was just thinking, I remember this bit and stuff.
Yeah, except everything wasn't blowing up then.
I still think one of the best videos on the internet is that ode to ladders in the Metal Gear series.
I'm so glad you didn't need to use the Shine Spark.
That would have been really cool.
It really would have. But not out of character.
Whoa, oh, fuck off!
No, that was correct. That was what
Okay,
you
that was
wanted.
correct. Where am I, which way do I want to go?
Keep going left.
How far do I need to go?
We don't want to get out of this tower.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Well, yeah, it's a really long sequence.
Where the fuck do
Just.
I don't have
Oh shit. Probably that rock that's there.
Shoot directly up.
Fuck off. How am I...
Oh god, spider ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh. Oh my god.
I really hope they're
Wow.
doing that thing where... Oh. Where this thing goes slower or faster based on...
I don't think they're doing that. Yeah, by the way, you can die in there.
Wait, game up. Sorry.
It's the same as... You can, in fact, run out of time inside of that thing. It's the worst. I hate it. I've done it. It was not a good time.
What's in that room if you go there now?
Nothing. It doesn't open yet.
Really?
Yeah, it's just locked.
Let's go.
Hmm?
I was gonna mention a nice
Oh,
thing.
so it forces you to use the
yeah.
power bombs.
I figured it would.
Yep.
Good bit of like using checking what the player is doing to sort of like give that like feeling of last minute.
Would it be really good?
Something that I'd sort of intuitively noticed but hadn't actually realized was a built-in mechanic. Breath of the Wild has a thing where when you're on the last little bit of stamina you have when climbing, that last jump is extra big.
Yeah,
That you can do. So you very often will just barely get to the top of the cliff because there's actually an extra. You basically jump twice as high if it's going to use up the rest of your stamina.
I noticed they do that with broken weapons too. Like, if weapons, like the last hit with the weapon, it does extra damage.
Yeah. That's like documented. That's not like cheating.
Yeah.
That's like there's like a bark that there's an NPC line that explains.
Really?
So for the weapon stuff, yes.
Something.
I don't think for the climbing. I think you're just supposed to sort of slowly intuit that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to realize that's what's happening. You just sort of get like a feel for it.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I should try jumping just in case I can make it. But I thought that was a really nice little bit of tuning.
Yeah. Also, it's large, and they'll let you make that last jump on any amount of stamina.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
like,
right.
The jump would have been like if the jump would have taken like an eighth of the stamina wheel or something, but you've only got a tiny sliver left. It's still like, no, we'll give you the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bit was new to AM2R. I don't think, oh, fuck! It's fine, I didn't need those.
It would have really helped in the last
No,
one.
wait, I do, yeah. I need it. I'm not sure, like, I don't think it's a bad addition, it's just a little bit difficult.
I have some opinions about this section. I'm going to withhold until we're through it.
Well, someone's saying that they think there's also a special thing in Zelda where big hits will sometimes leave you with a teeny bit of health.
Huh.
Which wouldn't surprise me. Like, that game
Yeah.
is so well tuned.
Yeah.
I wish I had a power bomb right now.
Jesus.
Okay, I think there is a little bit of
Yeah.
cheating on this. Never.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I feel like the cheating there is actually okay, given that it's actually pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well,
So I was so close to making it.
Oh yeah.
yeah. No, so I was watching really carefully because I also got there and I wasn't sure if it had like taken pity on me or if that's what's supposed to happen. But like, I think the thing is, I'm pretty sure they actually are cheating because like, your first time, you had a lot of time left on the counter when you reached the final stretch, and the final stretch is just a bunch of really slow frustration rooms.
Yeah.
And when Christine entered the last room, the bar just like filled up very
Yeah,
very
no, that
quickly.
is true. Actually, it did seem like I was like way ahead of time, and it still
Yeah. And I
it
think
still did.
I'm
Okay,
actually-
that's fine. That's
I'm
good.
actually seriously wondering like if Miguel had not ducked backward one room.
Plausible.
It's
That's
possible
like-
that also, I think maybe if I just I sort of stopped when I saw the doors for a second.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I just pressed against them, I may have been fine.
Yeah.
I may not have hit
That's
the trigger
possible.
with this.
But what's frustrating about this is it's like a timed event that you're supposed to fail, but if you're like one screen short, you still fail.
Yeah.
That just feels that feels like not as good lying as I want it to be.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like that is the case.
What is?
The timer is fake. Well, partially faked. I especially asked for it to be possible to die.
Yeah, the game had never accounted for the possibility the player would actually then go backwards, which sounds real plausible to me. But also, it's not a completely irrational action. It's like you go forward. Like there's been other parts in that sequence where like the way that you came forward got blocked off on the way back.
Is the person with the Japanese name one of the designers?
Put on.
Yes? No? Just because
We'll find out in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Just noticing some stuff that seems to be...
One thing I will say that I really, really liked about that entire segment is that I got to the end and I got this ending you got, and I just literally did not know if that was supposed to happen or not. I had no idea.
One of the playtesters, okay. Yeah, I saw a message we missed earlier up saying that the HUD used to actually be smaller.
No, I feel like that's a good size.
Yeah. No, my main thing, I think it's one of these things to hold over from other Metroids. It's just that, like, the energy tanks versus numbers are the reverse.
Ah, fuck.
Pokemon Uranium?
It's another weird fan game.
I have also never played a Pokemon past, like, you know, maybe an hour just to see what they were about.
Oh boy.
I've played more Pokemon Pinball than I have Pokemon by, like, orders of magnitude. Super Missile, maybe? Nope.
No. Okay, let's get out of here. Whatever they are, I don't like them.
Bad air.
I'm supposed to have fallen down here. Okay.
No one shut down the Zelda randomizer yet, which I'm kind of happy about.
I don't know. It was one of those things where, like, I played it emulated, and for some reason it became sort of the desktop game that I played at the time.
Huh.
What was?
Pokemon Pinball.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a nice little video game pinball game.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Oh, thank you, Blue Wizard. Glad your friend liked it. You know what I really love in Metroid games? It's the water bits. I just get so excited
The water bits
about going slowly through water and then going fast.
I mean, it's basically everyone's favorite part of every game, right? You know what I really like about the water bits is how once you get the thing that makes the water not a problem anymore, it literally makes no difference at all, so it might as well not be there.
I really like this mechanic
Pretty good.
I'm just happy they're rotating saws that make me feel like I'm at home.
though. I feel like this is like a very like. I feel like this sort of environment isn't very Metroid-y. Like it's like doesn't feel out of place. It's just not like an environment that's done. Oh. I forgot about those.
I like that it's like an ancient technological temple but covered in moss.
Yeah.
That actually feels a little bit Sonic the Hedgehog-y to me.
It does actually. Also chocolates. Too many saws!
People are now mentioning all water games as ones that have good water sections. I don't know if the water sections were fun in Echo the Dolphin.
I'm gonna be honest, they were maybe a little bit hard.
The one game I can think of with good water sections is actually Freedom Planet.
How did those work? I don't remember.
It's the one game I can think of where in the water sections you are more mobile than normally. And if you think about it, it makes sense because water dragons? Like, it's like, oh, of course she can swim. She's a dragon. But like, when you get into the water, you're just like very nimble and like just moving around very, very freely.
I like that. Like, figure out where you're gonna hide, go for the kill, then immediately go back to the hiding spot. That's a good, and that's like a new mechanic that they added to this.
That's a mechanic that I really like. Is you know you're in danger, but there's a time before the actual damage will happen. So get out of that zone. Thinking of the Boston Scourge Hive when we played that, where we'd have those big areas that would sort of show we're going to be damaging soon.
Yeah.
Similar, like, different way of achieving the same thing, but that same thing of, okay, you've got to be mobile now.
I just want to say this large room did not seem suspicious to me at all when we entered it.
Oh no. Not even a little.
Oh shit! Okay, now that's just
wow, that does a lot of... Also, I think they get killed by each other's bullets.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so like, if you kill one, you're gonna get a chain reaction. I probably should have just like been running.
Oh, we actually one of our first games we streamed was Echo. Somebody was saying that.
Yeah, we used liberal use of passwords. That game is very difficult.
It's super hard. It's beautiful, and I love that it is.
Ball. It's a friend.
Literally named after the drug trip of a what's his name, John C. Lilly.
Yeah. Okay. How does this do?
You can't shoot it, you have to bomb it.
Oh.
What did Echo stand for again? Was something
Earth control coincidence something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Anyways, if you go back to our Echo the Dolphin streams in the YouTube archive, we talk a lot about crazy 60s scientists that were...
You know what? These things have never done me wrong. I'm just gonna ignore them, and we'll just go on a peaceful way. No, please, thank you.
So, is this an escort mission?
Yep, looks like.
Escort orb.
Physics-based escort missions. Great.
Escort orb. Okay, so we can go save. I'd love to save my game.
Dreamcast Echo game actually sounds really interesting because like there's like these very short moments that like the controls in Echo seem like really liberating, and then you just run to the fact that they're trying to do something very physics based.
Oh come on!
Oh geez.
Wait. Nope. Metroid does not give a shit.
Ooh.
Oh god, but you can't hit them. I feel like you should. Oh! It can hit them! I don't know. Oh! Yep, and it can hit them and like they just keep dropping. So, wow. This is definitely recontextualizes.
Yeah.
I do kind of like that. Like, it adds to its moveset just by dropping some shit in the room.
Yeah. And also reduces your available moves.
I don't think it necessarily reduces your moves because it's, like, only beams and the attack triggers it. Missiles don't. I don't think. It's hard to tell.
When the balls blow up, do they actually hurt you? I think they just. Like,
I think they
disorient.
just disable your.
Oh, that's bad.
Or they definitely disable your beam. I'm not sure yeah, they also disable missiles. That would make sense.
Yeah, you were talking about the Dreamcast Echo game. I think I played
Somebody
like a demo
mentioned in
for it.
chat.
I think I played
Yeah.
the demo for it ages ago when I had, well, I still have the Dreamcast. I still have the same Dreamcast, but like when it was a living system.
Okay.
Was it 3D?
Yeah, it was 3D.
Yep.
Why have I not played Aquaria? You think that would be like right at my mouth?
You'd like it. It's extremely your shit. Yeah, Aquaria has really good swimming, actually.
I've only played a little bit of it, but I really liked what I played.
Tubes. The fact that they aren't hurt by orb. So you're not hurt by the orb explosions either. It just disables your shit.
Oh, the EMP.
Yeah, so you have no shit to disable, therefore, you know, it's fine. Like, obviously it's not going to turn off the Metroids have no shit to disable. So.
Apparently the Dreamcast Echo has a PS2 port with slightly worse graphics, but improved controls. Aquarius
No,
is
no,
swimming
no, no,
Metroid.
no, 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 no. Please, please, no, please.
Yeah, it's the swimming Metroid, half of which was designed by, half of the design team was the guy who made Spelunky.
Yeah, it's. Oh, it also has. Actually, you'd like it. It's also got a cooking system. Well, this sucks.
EMP friends.
Can I like get up? No, I can't. Oh my god.
It's right out there.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't
Oh,
solve
you can't hide behind it now.
That's what I want. Wait, maybe I can. Maybe I can.
I bet that when you set that bomb, it's gonna
No!
do that.
Is there a way for you to move it?
I mean, I can move it. I just don't know how to. I'm just worried about all these enemies. I don't have that much health.
If you just damage boost past them, will you actually take less damage than if you wind up killing them? Nope, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Jesus.
That's all, folks.
Slightly deadlier than the final boss.
Is this way, right?
Yep, right.
We're about to fight this again?
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be short, folks.
Bust out super misses.
So Christina and I have been watching Deep Space Nine, and today we wound up watching an episode where the phrase orb experience was spoken like 9 or 10 times. Sometimes
Please,
like
experience orb.
sometimes conversations in which every single sentence contained the phrase orb experience.
I think that was just a lot of 90s raves. Something, little fluffy clouds.
Okay, so right now you're firing a very small number of missiles.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get my, like, them down first.
You can afford to waste some.
Does the EMP block the other enemy shots from happening?
Oh, the.
Not these ones, because it's biological.
Yeah, maybe. I couldn't tell.
You'll notice that when your thing's disabled, you're
Yeah, you're sparking.
sparking. So if the
Yeah.
claws aren't sparking, I'd assume the claws are not affected.
No, he meant the mechanical enemies. that
Yeah, I
was
wouldn't
sparking.
expect an EMP thing to damage this thing.
That's interesting.
Because it looks like it could have been a puzzle to.
Possible. Should get some super missiles.
Yeah.
You can do that thing where it's set with trap from behind the stool.
Off.
Hits them is nasty.
I wish there was more clarity on these enemy sprites of when you can and can't hit. Like the weak spot is clear, but when it's actually
Yeah.
an active hitbox is really not.
I feel like it's an active hitbox most of the time. Like there's sometimes a head like drops in front, but I think it's
I feel like what they were trying to do is like the active hit box is always determined by like the shape of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like the thorax is slightly down, but that doesn't mean it's easy to tell what's happening except by trial and error.
Well, it's like the things that block your hits are not.
yeah, it's not
clear.
always. I do feel like that is in fact the greatest weakness is that like in the boss fights that makes it sometimes not satisfying.
Like it feels like really it's only when it's in a certain pose and I'm at a very certain height that I can hit it.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh, fuck.
visually.
No, you're gonna save it, get it back.
That's true. Okay, that's fine. Good call.
Like visually it looks like you could hit it
Yeah,
a lot
what?
more often. But in fact it's actually like during certain animations that it's really possible.
Hollow Knight. I don't know. The art style seemed interesting. I think we're pretty much got a full slate of what we're gonna play for the Metroidvania stream. Just 'cause
What's the
Hollow Knight. The suggestions, which is
I've heard good things about it.
oh yeah.
I think what we might do is we might come back. I think we'll probably after we're through
Yeah,
this, we're gonna need
oh.
a break from Metroidvanias.
Definitely.
So we might come back and do some of the
Yeah.
other Metroidvanias.
Because yeah, after this we have one more Metroid game followed by Axiom Verge, which I feel like is out of every game that's been like inspired by Metroids is just extremely
What does the pinwheel mean again?
Screw Attack,
Okay.
which is
Oh, I don't know.
a space jump.
I forget the names of Metroid things.
Screw Attack is a space jump that kills.
Move a little bit to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great room to be.
Saw Friends.
There's a list of small exploding robots I want for your mom. Here's a copy of that list in case you accidentally throw it in the garbage.
Fighting the fucking garbage. Scorpion makes a mirror count as a Metroid.
Yes, I think it does.
I've never played that like actually multiplayer.
I'm really interested in that one because it's one of the. I'm obsessed with the idea of a co-op Metroidvania, and Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is like the closest thing I can think of.
We should We should like do that sometime when we have like 3 people together.
Is
Or
it
4 people?
a 4-player?
It's a 4-player Kirby game for the GBA. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, no one's ever played this multiplayer, and
Wow.
like, it doesn't really work with
nearly,
the AIs.
It's nearly unplayable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 4-player, but if you don't have all 4 players, you just have these AIs that follow you. But it's also a Metroidvania. So basically, the first time you move from one room to another,
Okay, I guess that's alright.
that was impressive.
That wasn't so bad.
I think we were supposed to use the EMP thing.
Wow.
I wish I'd known about that back when I had a bunch of housemates and we all had GBAs, because we actually played like a bunch of Crystal Chronicles, but didn't know about that one.
Missile.
Oh. Okay.
That's weird. I feel like you don't see those that late in the game. Just because, like, it's not an interesting gate.
What would we need to be able to stream that? We need one,
Who fucking knows?
Can we do, GBA to, GBA player?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Does anyone know on the chat whether we
It
can...
might be easiest just to have 4 emulators running at once.
Will they
that-
network?
I mean, it's possible.
No, because we almost have everything needed for that.
Yeah.
to- like, I just
Yeah, I
need,
don't know if you can get the Game Boy player too.
we just need a Game Boy player. We have everything else in this room, including that many
Do you have a
GBAs. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that would be the one reason to keep the GameCube.
Apparently, yes, you can link Game Boy Advances to the GBA player.
Okay, so we just need
Oh,
a
yeah.
GBA
It'll still
player.
be like, oh man, 4-player link cable is,
I've got
bomb.
those cables are just over there.
Oh, is it one of like the third-party ones that just like gives you 4 links as opposed to like the rat nest?
I don't know, I have a ton
Do
of
you know you have the
cables.
power bomb selected?
Please, please
no,
don't
I
power
don't.
bomb it.
Okay, so if I regular bomb this,
Bomb
I
it,
can
it'll
move it.
bounce. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really sure if it's end. I do feel like it gave like these endgame enemies a lot of health to compensate for your plasma beam, which I don't know. It kind of makes it feel less powerful.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like very hard to like make you feel powerful while still like make your scaling weapons feel.
Yeah, that's actually I think one of the hopefully I didn't need that. I did. One of the failings in Breath of the Wild is actually when it starts doing the scaled up enemies. Oh, yeah. The EMP thing does affect.
Nice. I hope it gives you another one.
Alright, if I leave the room it comes back.
That's how you have to do it. That kind of. Oh, he's died.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, just responds. That's good. That'd be very mean if you had to like get it over there without setting it off. What's the right though? Oh.
No, Breath of the Wild has these white enemies that are like extra tough, and they're just kind of a pain because suddenly you can't use a lot of the more interesting ways of killing
Yeah,
things.
that's really unfortunate. Like,
So it's like,
it just
oh,
means you have to use like your high-powered weapons, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like the fun.
yeah, and actually
Tough.
like I wish it powered up the other way so that
Like you had to use like weird physics.
yeah, you had to be using all of your weird shit to kill things. The stasis is still important for killing them. that, oh,
No!
shit! Hi, everyone. I swear I actually do design hard video games.
It turns out there's a difference between designing hard video games and playing them.
Incidentally,
You get very good at playing your own hard video games.
Oh, yeah. They're still not as good as the speedrunners do. Is there anything I have to do after I put it in?
Oh, it might have turned on that door up there.
Oh, yeah.
Incidentally, I never did get those white Bobikins. So I'm really confused what it is that you tripped that I didn't. I'm almost wondering if it's part of the DLC, but that would be
I
really
don't
weird.
think so, because the DLC adds gold ones to
Hard mode.
hard mode, because it has to have a level above white.
And I think that they were...
Oh,
God.
shit!
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good room to be in. I think killing stuff off screen is usually like a design decision you should like avoid, but in this case it works. Just because like you're familiar enough with, and the effects are so.
They also have very clear sounds that tell you that they're about
Yeah.
to blow, so I can know that I've hit something even if I didn't see it.
I think it's just like generally like you should avoid like getting into a pattern where you attack things from off screen.
Yeah.
I kind of like the comic
Yeah,
feeling of
Carbon's
like
equipment.
Samus like fires off into a room she can't see, and then there's just a whole bunch of explosions. She's like, eh.
Now you've got superpowers.
And incidentally, I really don't like how the screw attack looks in basically any game. The spaceship looks so elegant, and then this is what is this?
I feel like it's in like Super Metroid. It's really messy. Like the sprite is just like
I have no idea
Just
what that sprite
garbage.
is doing. It's like neon lightning.
yeah.
Ah, so that's a way to kill these without.
Yeah.
One hit. Remember, you can jump in there again.
Yeah. Just kind of put a new screw attack down.
We don't have to even just fall.
Ah.
It's so long as you're spinning, it'll.
Oh.
So this is something that most of the Metroid games have at least experimented with the screw attack, is like giving you a bunch of enemies that are completely undefeatable, and then doing something that allows you to just tear through them like butter.
Yeah. And I do feel like the screw attack is the amazing superpowers of Metroid. Like, you know, suddenly for like the one limitation on the space jump is that like you're very vulnerable while doing it, and then the screw attack is just nope, fuck everything. Invincible.
Yeah, this is ridiculously OP.
It actually makes...
Also doesn't help you with the bosses even slightly.
Yeah.
I feel like in Zero Mission, I think, there's at least one Metroid game where I feel like the screw attack just makes everything way too easy, because it's more powerful than any of the other attacks, but it's also less difficult to...
Well, I think that's the whole point, right? Like, you're just, like, it means that enemies are no longer challenging. It's just there to make you feel super powerful.
But you're like 3/4 of the way through the game by now. Like...
What do I want to be doing now? Oh. Is there a save nearby? I feel like there's a
Great
save.
question.
Oh, yeah.
You
there's
just
one
saved.
there. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. Oh, for fuck's sakes! Okay.
I like how something with this room just made Miguel
Just-
slightly nervous.
I love this.
It's like all these like adorable little angry ferrets. Good guess, but no.
It's worth a try.
I do love. Oh, okay. Here's one of the easiest bosses. Here.
Here's
all
five
of them. Yeah.
It looks like what I'm supposed to do is sort of like lead them around this.
Remember, you can angle shots.
Oh yeah.
You were able to get a couple off by firing sideways, weren't you?
Yep. Oh yeah, you can definitely just do that. I would just fire a lot more missiles. You have 70. You're not gonna run out.
Okay. Me never. Just watch me.
You can be fairly free with them. Now, there are 2 Metroids left in the area. I do like that's like,
Yeah.
you know, using the Metroid counter to be a little misleading.
Yeah, no, that was good. I guess I should go back up to that save since it's nearby.
Yep. Some missiles.
And it's another case of like taking that enemy and doing something that makes it
Yeah,
the fight different. It's like, okay.
Hey, wait, is that
you have missiles equipped like that.
a bombable tile on the ceiling up there?
You still have missiles equipped.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like.
Little cracked tile.
Oh yeah.
Blue.
I think it's just.
Okay.
Oh, good shot.
No,
I apologize for wasting your time.
that is weird. That's just one of those. Though.
I feel like we've seen those before.
Oh, we've been here before.
This might be a good time to check the map,
Yeah.
because this area is just real visually odd.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
we've
think,
done all
yeah,
of it, yeah.
I see the one to do.
Might just keep going left.
Oh, I saw one that I don't think we've been too long. See?
Oh, no, you're right, sorry.
I can navigate. Can I screw it? Huh, they don't damage me, but
Yeah, nothing. I don't know if you can be damaged in this screw attachment.
okay, doesn't look like I can do anything about those. So there's some new thing we need to get to be able to pass those bits. We've tried super bombs on them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's see what I want. Oh yeah, let's just keep going.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the Metroid life cycle doesn't really appear in well, it doesn't appear in Super because Super is there's one Metroid left and it doesn't really have much of a chance to grow up.
So sad.
So
I
it's
think-
sort of so it's mostly in this game and also there's Fusion is the big like continuity heavy, you know, lots of callbacks. And it
I like
refers
the
to
problem here is landing.
can do it.
And now we have a Moog.
And that's a lot of little tunnel things to go through.
There is... So the game order goes, there's Metroid / Zero Mission, which is a remake of the first. It was the last one made, but it's a remake of 1. 2, this is a remake of that. There's also a 3DS remake of it, followed by Super Metroid, followed finally by Fusion, which is like the last point chronologically, and they've never followed up on it.
And the primes are like
Who cares?
confusingly set between Metroid. The primes appear to be set like between 2 and 3. It's very confusing.
It's... yeah. I'm not sure this physics puzzle contributes anything.
I was just saying, like, they've done such a good job with these not being annoying.
Yeah.
I do wish we realized that the EMP thing was useful against enemies sooner, because I feel like there's a lot of rooms that we did the hard way. Ooh. Spooky.
That one's sort of like, oh, there's a place you could stand right there. Some of these are like, it wouldn't be very hard to get this missile, but do you really want to waste that much time on it?
Yeah, it's that general problem with the spider. Oh, no. That's not happening.
Okay, I'm going to have to be a jerk, but the number 1 is in fact not prime.
What was the comment?
Someone made the comment that all numbers between 1 and 2 are prime.
Metroid counting.
Yeah, that's actually a good call. No. Infinite in the comments is commenting that the screw attack actually is like slightly charring the air behind Samus.
Can't screw attack here. Definitely a lot of unexplored territory behind me. So we've got a lot to do.
A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself.
It's true. When it comes to Prime series, I can think of no positive divisors. Also, I definitely know what the word divisor means. Yeah, I don't think you're getting through there right now.
Look at how fast I can go. Look at how fast.
What we need is like a slow boost that like just makes you run really, really obnoxiously slowly, and then that allows you to bust through certain incredibly weak paper walls that are like
The speed jog in place.
Oops.
You can jog in pace. That's super speeds.
power walk with like little bars that you walk with.
That like slow speed, like acceleration into full speed. They keep on being
It definitely
like,
really sells the frustration.
Yeah.
I like how they encourage you to climb all the way down there before climbing all the way back out again.
It's great. I'm pleased.
Okay, so this would probably be a good time to mention that personally, I hate this area. I just absolutely hate this area.
I'm not sure it is good idea, to be honest.
It's the area that is like has the least design guidance from the original, which I honestly think was really well designed. And it's also like there's the least guidance from the original. It's dominated by getting things like the screw attack that I don't think actually even existed in the original.
Screw attack and gravity.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
It's so huge. I mean, I guess that's probably partially due to the fact that they weren't bound by like the Game Boy maps, but like there's so much territory and there's not a lot happening. And I'm not
I mean,
really
I don't think it's that big. It's the water that's fucking you up.
that also.
To be honest, like ice levels more than slow water levels. It's actually not saying that much because I don't mind ice levels at all.
Screw attack was in Area 4 in the original. I don't actually know which area it's for. Since they're not actually named in the game.
But there was no like water suit in the original.
No, there's no gravity suit.
Okay, gonna go find out what that series of tubes does.
But I mean, like, yeah, the original Metroid 2 has lots of very large areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's all about the big, expansive. I would not have once misses.
Oh, whoops.
Or misses.
Okay, you first.
So this is what makes it very obvious that this is an addition to the game.
This feels like Prime had a lot of sort of going through chutes. Whatever. Oh, it's an EMP field.
Yep.
That'll be fighting a boss in one of those soon. I can still do that. That's interesting. Oh. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm guessing all this EMP stuff is...
This is all new.
Yeah. That was not part of the video game vocabulary at that time.
Yeah, I do like this. I do feel like this is a good...
Both the EMP field and the physics puzzle both feel very like it's 2009 and you're on the TIG source forums.
I feel like Metal Gear Solid on EMPs became more of a thing.
I bet this does not look great on the stream.
What weapons in Metal Gear Solid even depend on electronics working?
I can't remember if it affects any of your weapons, but you've got EMP grenades are part of your arsenal and lets you like disable cameras.
The chaff grenades.
Safe.
Yeah, stops alerts from going through. I guess they weren't EMP, but like
Yeah, just like throws up a haze in the area.
similar functionality. You get all of the guards shaking their things, going, "Hello?"
Nice.
Okay, so I can't shoot missiles
Yep.
in this state.
Also, right now you super missile selected, so when you get over there, it's
Yeah.
gonna.
Oh wait, can I see any of them? No, I can't. It only affects what's on the screen. Can't place bombs. Okay, so I've got to do something to disable these before I can really explore this area.
Would you like a small hint? Perhaps just for sake of keeping the stream, keeping it from getting distracted.
Okay.
you can get through that room with what you've got right now.
Okay.
There isn't anything directly above you, it's just this.
I'm trying. Oh, that will do the entire room. I thought it only did the screen. It was on.
That's an interesting side effect of the hitbox. Possibly a little too, I think the thingy falters a little bit too well hidden.
I'm not a big fan of that puzzle.
No, like nothing.
Are you allowed to EMP inside of the
Sorry?
Are you allowed to EMP inside of there? Or are you allowed to bomb inside the EMP?
No,
No,
you
you
can't.
won't.
Okay.
So you have to know that the super bomb works. Super bomb works in the entire room, not just in the screen you're on.
So this is one thing that's just a little bit weird to me, is that they introduced this EMP field idea and then they give you immunity to it almost immediately.
Yeah.
Similarly, you are...
Also, I don't know what it has to do with the gravity suit anyway. Like, it feels like a very weird
Yeah.
overloading of things.
Yeah, I feel like they really there's so much stuff they could have done with this that would have been interesting.
I feel like it's a lot more interesting than the, like, water stuff, frankly. Like, I would have kept the EMP stuff and gotten rid of the water.
Yeah.
They also don't...
Which is...
You don't encounter water for very long. You encounter water like once.
Yeah. No, it feels... It definitely feels kind of...
Like, why do they not have one fight with one of the Metroids with me having to deal with
Nice.
EMP?
Yeah, that would have been good.
Where I couldn't fire from within certain areas, so I had to be like...
Yeah, that does feel like a misstep, actually. I was really surprised that didn't happen.
I think part of it is that, like, they're bound to only add stuff in the areas where Nintendo didn't already have something there, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
water,
about
you
that.
don't
Like, the
encounter
tower
water.
was replaced entirely, right?
That's the thing. Like, you don't see very much water in the game before this point where they give you, like, 2 rooms that are blocked off by water, and then immediately it doesn't matter anymore if something's blocked off by water or not.
Is the super missile working for the entire room, I think, throughout the series, or is it...
You mean the power bomb?
Yeah, the power bomb.
I think it works that way throughout the entire series, but most of the series don't have... It's very rare for it to matter.
Yeah. Well, it's also, like, not
But
a
I
very
do
good
think
way
that
of coping.
that is a thing where, like, I feel like this game is a little bit leaning on just assuming you learn things in other
Yeah.
games. That's not a fair assumption.
Like, I feel like
There's also
every...
no circumstance where you'd ever need it, right?
Yeah, I feel like every time we had to, like, there's a place where we had to use the super bomb was a location where it was usually a pretty tight, constrained one, so you'd be likely to see where you bombed.
Also, Yoshi, I'd really be
When I say
find-
that the water sucks, like it's you know, it's like it's deliberate, like it's supposed to make you
Right. Well, Yoshi's referring to the fact that I was complaining about the water, but then I also complained that there's not much in the way of water sections. But my thought was just like, you know, why have it at all, right? If
like I don't know, it doesn't seem to be contributing that much.
So like in Super Metroid, you encounter something that involves water relatively early on. So you're thinking the entire time about like, well, no, early on you encounter both water which is around and is annoying without actually affecting you, and then later you hit the tube and it's like, here's a bunch of water, here's a reason you want water, you know why you want water, and you're waiting the entire game for the ability for water, which is very different from like, there's a catharsis there, which is very different from like, there's a room and there's an obstacle, and then you go 2 rooms later and there's a thing that opens the obstacle. It's not as interesting. Yeah, the sticky bomb color did change.
Yeah, there's sort of like 2 different things that are wrong with it. One is it's not very fun to be in.
I don't think
Is
that's a problem. I don't think like it being like something that feels very that feels frustrating, and then you get like in the amazing superpowers that let you avoid it. I don't think that's necessarily a bad pattern.
Yeah, no, it's not
Like
my
frustration
favorite
followed
personally.
by.
It's not my favorite personally, but like, yeah, that's not that bad. It's worse to have though this thing where something's sort of like thrown in as a one-off, not used in a very interesting way,
Yeah.
and then almost immediately gone.
I mean, honestly, I feel like even in Super Metroid, it's not very well used. Say
But
that
I'm a
again.
lot more sad about the EMP, where I think there's a lot of cool stuff they could have done.
Yeah.
And it's almost immediately gone.
I am gonna say, Leon Arnott has a lot of really interesting analysis of Metroid D things. And one thing Leon said is that the most interesting Super Metroid power-ups are the ones that recontextualize your relationship to the space. So like, if you get a higher jump, for example, all of a sudden like spaces that you looked at one way, now you're looking at a different way. The way you traverse the space is different. A thing Super Metroid did, which actually was sort of interesting, is that before you get the gravity suit, your primary interactions with water are the sunken ship areas, which are rooms which are half flooded. So before you have the gravity suit, the point isn't water is terrible but you're moving through it. The point is the water
Water's
is
a bad
bad.
thing you fall into.
Yeah, keep out of the water. Don't go into the water. It's a punishment for failing a jump. And then later, once you get the water, suddenly you view these particular rooms, and you get the gravity suit power up in that area. You view those rooms differently because instead of you're staying in this one non-flooded part of the room, instead it's like, you know, just do whatever you need to in this area. You're now interacting with it in a different way.
You know, I feel like also in Super Metroid, the water area was not as big and deep as they are in this.
I think we were just it's because of punishment. I think we interacted with it less.
But I don't remember being like multiple screens deep, and this has a lot of multiple screen deep water areas. It seems, well, a lot. To the extent it has water areas,
Yeah.
they tend to be very, very deep.
There's, the Super Metroid had some very large, deep water areas, but they were all in places you couldn't have gotten to before you got the gravity suit
Yeah.
to start with.
No, I'm thinking about the areas that
Yeah.
we were,
Yeah.
where we were having to deal with the water. They tended to be fairly shallow.
Like definitely, if you accidentally get into Meridia too early, it would suck. But also, I feel like that's pretty difficult to do, just because.
You can get down to the save thing, but you kind of have to actually climb down there on purpose.
Yeah.
And also, like the rest of Meridia, you literally can't get up there without, like speedrun style packs. There's this really weird thing involving like, there's a thing you can do where like when you power bomb the tube, if you do it in exactly that was fun. If you do it in exactly the right way, it just blasts you like several screens up at once.
Someone's saying that Super Metroid does have some screen deep water pits. I remember there being screen deep ones. I just don't remember the ones being like 5 screen deep.
Yeah, I mean, like, this one looked as if maybe you were supposed to have gone that way.
What hit the jump?
The grapple beam tutorial in particular. Trying to remember the grapple beam tutorial room.
I think that's the room where there's, like, a bunch of grapple stuff over water. You could...
I know.
Okay. Does that add anything other than making you use the spider ball?
I mean, I think it's like a good reminder that the spider ball exists.
Fair.
Like, I feel like continuing to have puzzles in it.
Can I restate my opinion that this entire area actually is just really large? Like, look at how much map space they put
Well,
in
yeah, like it
for
really
one
opens up.
missile.
Yeah.
It does definitely like open up after you've gotten Milla.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is that, like, it's like 2 areas. There's the whole, like, physics puzzle area, and then there's this area, and each one is the size of another area.
I don't know. I mean, the other areas are pretty big.
Someone's saying this game actually does recontextualize everything, but not in a casual first playthrough. We're talking specifically just about the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
also
not
the
saying-
yeah.
Like,
No, I want to be clear. I love the design of this game. This is the one area
I
that
really
frustrates
do.
me a
Yeah.
bit.
No. Like absolutely. I love what it does with recontextualizing on boss fights.
Yeah.
No, we're criticizing one very specific part of it.
And I
here.
feel like it's only like noticeable just because otherwise the game is like so good about giving you lots of.
Can we go through that now that we've got the gravity suit, maybe?
Try it. I doubt it. Nope.
It affects water too, not but mentioning this would be a spoil. So apparently something else will affect the water.
Okay. I don't remember.
That really looks like a boss room. Why do we not have a boss room?
Okay, let's go back to that room. I've saved.
God, I'd taken the headphone out. I'm like, why are they not making that noise?
Yeah, it feels like you like. It doesn't feel right being able to hit them with like on sideways. Like that feels like just an error, even though I know it's like the missile intentionally does splash damage to enable.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like the optimal strat, but
I don't think it's splash damage. I think it's just that the...
no, it does.
the
Like it
belly
specifically
is-
does because like remember that that puzzle room that where you fall and then like hit the missile from below and it opens the door at the same time when you're doing the missile block.
Huh.
That's definitely like there is like some splash on the missile. Otherwise that puzzle wouldn't work.
Hmm.
Okay, so those were the last Metroids in the area.
Interesting comment from Big Red Coat. Just feels like a lot of these games spend a lot of time giving you these new abilities and then trying to re-establish the previous status quo as soon as possible.
I do definitely feel like that is the thing, the number one thing that's very hard to avoid, and like obviously it should feel different when you have new ability powers, even if like there isn't actually a functional difference.
I mean, one thing I do like in this specific game about the plasma beam, which was not really present in Super Metroid, is that the robot enemies Okay. Yeah, you saw it too. Maybe
Well,
just tower bomb for the heck of it.
I mean, you can see on the map that there's definitely something after this hallway. It's very...
Like, so you spend the first half of the game facing these robot enemies, and now that you've got the plasma beam in this area, the robot enemies are suddenly like, you're like just tearing through their bodies instead of just like picking them off slowly. Which is interesting because you're fighting an enemy you've seen before in a different way, but it's also the fact that when you fight them this way, they're just like the enemies you fought early in the game. So they had something special about this type of enemy and they took it away. And then also, by the time you get here, you're no longer shooting anything because you can just go ahead and screw attack everything.
I think the ledge on the top of these things needs to be a little taller so like you grab onto the bottom one instead.
Mm.
It would have just been like a good minor adjustment. So I've definitely done a lot of like jump at it and then ledge grab onto the top, which is never what I want. Oh, we just want to go back to the bottom.
I want to shoot first.
Hmm.
Oh no, you can just.
Yep.
Never mind, you can just.
Fuck these.
Yeah, no, that is one big thing. The plasma beams, now one of the things with them is that they're really powerful, but you also don't want to always hit the Toho robots.
That is kind of
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. That is a good. That's a good way to.
It's like you've got this really powerful beam, now so here's some things you don't want to shoot. That's definitely like a good bit of design.
A thing I feel like no Metroid game has ever really done anything really clever with is the fact that most of them give you the ability to turn beams and power-ups off. But it's never...
Nope.
Screw that.
I refuse. I shall not.
I think if you were gonna do stuff with that, you'd want to have something that allows for like really quick changing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Out.
Ow.
Deals with those.
No.
I guess the Prime series messes with that the most.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the most-
Prime
yeah.
does build it around switching
Yeah.
beams. Oh, well, we cleared out all the Metroids in this area, so we just move on anyway. Hey, wasn't it? Shit.
I think that's how we got in.
Right, okay.
They've done this
so-
a couple times. They let you in an area and then they
Yeah.
get you stuck in there.
Okay, so we still have to figure out how do we kill these.
Well, also you've got the entire...
How to kill the bubble man.
Oh, that is... Okay. Yeah, we might not... Might be going a different way. Oh, yeah, the Metroid Prime trilogy version of, of like Metroid Prime, the beam switching is because they didn't have the C stick anymore. It's you hold down a button and then move it to a quadrant of the screen, and it's like awful. It's so hard to do in those like on the fly, especially like during a Metroid fight. Like during those fights where you need to like switch between the two beams rapidly, because the Metroids that like the binary Metroids.
Yeah, no, it sounds awful.
It's
Let's let Miguel see where these go.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like when Metroid Prime introduced the idea of you can change visors, you can change beams, I was so excited by that. But it's mostly just color coding. And
Yeah,
like they
I don't-
devolve really quickly to like an enemy that changes color and you have to change beam to fit it.
It's not an issue of waggle. I mean, it's literally like there's no way to have that input. Like there's no C stick on the remote, so like they had to replace it with something. I just don't like it. I don't feel like it doesn't feel good.
What do they use the D-pad for?
I believe it's pressing down for missile.
It's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, like, you know, you're not using it as a D-pad.
Sure.
It's difficult. I mean, I feel like the Wii control is just a real mess. Alright, let's...
What are you talking about with the Wii controls?
Metroid Prime Trilogy.
It had I have not played it, but Christine had a lot of trouble with the way that you change beams.
Oh yeah,
Because
it was kind of awkward in a way that
yeah, like
wasn't
gesture or
boundary.
something.
It definitely was easier on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Here, is there anything interesting here? I feel like there's
Nope.
nothing interesting
Basically, the purple area is just like Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
This is
yes.
how you quickly warp between all the areas of the game.
And this is something that, we'll see. There's only one other Metroid game on the hub, and that's Fusion. So,
This weird little like
okay,
it's weird because like the hub in Metroid Fusion, well, Metroid 2, Prime 2 also has a hub, but like Prime 2 and Fusion, the hub is very explicitly an intentional hub. It's like this is where you're supposed to be going to go between things. Or this is like this weird like you've gotten into the
sort of
plumbing,
accidental hub. Yeah.
you've gotten into the plumbing system or something. It's just kind of interesting, and it's all like coated purple. It. Hoping this is not a spoiler, but it reminds me more of Axiom Verge than anything.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to understand how that'd be a spoiler, so I think we're safe.
Yep.
Whatever it is, I already saw it carry. Top one there.
Oh. Not really bothered by that one room that isn't filled in the tower.
You mean like, let me see. Yeah, there's a couple of gaps. I guess
Yeah.
that happens. Oh, we could have. I guess there's something back down there if you're interested, but I don't feel any particular urge to 100%.
Yeah, especially where
Did you have this?
Yeah, this room.
That's annoying. Can you turn the power back off?
Wait, shit, that's not. Can I just go? Yeah, I just want to. Although, there's
I'm so lost. Like I remember these spots, but like
we're just back in the tower.
It is kind of interesting that like this weird like hub area just dumps you in the middle of all these different areas.
It is a very, it has a very strange effect on the structure of the game.
Hmm.
What is it where that boss fight was?
Where's the secret piece right here?
Got it?
Yep,
Nice.
super missiles. Alright, just want to get that town mode. Go on our way. I do feel like it does give a sense of the weird backtracking you do in Metroid 2. Like there is like some fairly strange backtracking that like isn't covered in this because it doesn't have the overlapping areas. Miguel, something's gonna happen.
Okay, one sec. Just trying to preheat the oven. Should I take over so I can play terribly whatever's gonna happen?
Yeah, sure. So we went all the way around to get out of the water area, basically.
Water.
Now we can drop down. There's water. There's a lava's dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Because we killed all the Metroids.
Just have a quick look at the map.
I mean, except for 14.
I also again want to kind of note this cool thing.
Oh, do we... Never mind. Fuck.
So we still don't know what
We
the
still
hell
need to...
do with those.
Yeah, okay. So we still need to go back into... Yeah, I'll go back in then. Jump the gun.
Oh, I played that. Game was kind of Metroidvania, but you were the suit and the person inside you was dead.
What?
It's interesting. It's from what I know, it was more adventure gamey than
What?
Metroidvania-y.
What's what year?
Like this year or last year.
Okay.
And that's kind of like that's a big spoiler. Like that's the end of first episode spoiler.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
see it.
remember.
I see it. That.
Weird room.
Okay, how do we get? Okay, I see it. I see it.
Also, incidentally, I want to just note how happy I am for the Glider Pro reference.
Well, that wasn't the reveal. It's been a while since I played it.
I now know the ending to a game, but I don't know which one.
The Fall.
Right.
And yeah, no, there's something above and beyond your occupant is dead.
And so was everyone else. And it was all a dream.
Just don't read the chat. I totally forgotten about that game. And I played it.
Right, we didn't go. Fuck. I just completely missed an area.
When you've got this huge area mostly made up of like missile drops.
don't like that. I'm good. Keep it.
The Fall was kind of an adventure game that did have some shooting, really odd controls though. Yeah, I played through it and I remember liking it, but I have only the vaguest memory of it, which is weird.
How is this not a boss room?
That is a little weird.
Maybe it's just waiting to make it a boss room.
Oh, no, there's a reason why I didn't do it.
You were able to go up the bottom further out.
Not in this one, I don't think.
Wait, no, look
But
at
that does look like there
Yeah.
is a... If these things were...
Xander is getting new light novel ideas.
Okay, there we go. Ice beam. That's a weird floor. I don't know
Yeah.
why it does that.
They did that before.
They did that before, and I think it's a mistake then too.
Oh, you got the ice beam.
Yep.
Oh, so does the ice beam change stuff? Oh. There we go.
Well,
Does the ice beam behave differently in water?
We kind of found it dead.
Oh. That's...
oh, that's good. So you
Yeah.
can't screw attack them, but they can still be destroyed.
So, like, yeah, you've suddenly got to deal with the fact that you can destroy your platforms by shooting wildly.
Also, shout out to the propeller heads.
Oh!
Oh,
you froze
no,
a bit.
okay. Oh,
It did say scanning bioform, which was maybe a way of hinting there's hints in the log group, which is I don't like it. But
Yeah, no, that's my least favorite.
oh, wait, it's only... Wait. Oh,
you
yeah,
need to-
yeah, yeah. That's probably it. I don't remember, but... yeah, okay. That's cool. I like that.
What is it that you have to do?
You have to freeze it and then...
And then hit with missiles?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a little bit tricky to pull off, though. Especially since it's... oh, and now it's...
can you missile the vulnerable bits?
let's... yeah, looks like...
So you're breaking off the armor and then...
yeah.
So you could even just do that to a small section of it.
I don't know exactly how this works. Yeah, it might just be just having a weak spot like this, rather than like trying to kill every individual segment. Oh, that's interesting what it says.
It's moving faster though, which
Yeah.
obviously means it's almost dead.
That's how I am when I'm almost dead.
It's true.
In the real world, we often see wild animals that when they are almost dead, they either move very quickly or blink red. Or just kind of gradually turn red.
It's true. when Miguel's almost dead, he blinks a lot and it's red.
And thus the miracle of life continues.
This is
That's why when playing possums with possums, they just go around really fast.
right. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That is biologically
That's
accurate.
why it is a euphemism for moving quickly.
That
Playing dead, you mean?
I'm
Playing
really
possum.
glad
Ah, I see.
that did not kill me. Just really glad. Because it could have. And it would have sucked.
You have to switch between the two.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that was sort of case.
I like, yeah. Ice cubes float, that's how it works.
Sure.
I like every bit of art in this environment. It's like both the the sort of indoor mossy.
Out of curiosity, where are you going? Oh, that was neat.
I'm saving.
Got it.
Oh, now they use the. Oh.
That's good.
So they use the EMP art and then they have them bust apart. Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I wonder how these ones
Oh, yeah.
react to being frozen. Nice. That's good. I like that a lot. Like the different ways of killing them have different behaviors. Here, where am I going?
You're going left. I was just saving.
Okay.
Just go left and keep going left until the game's over.
I was just like, reverse Mario.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
Down and to the left.
Down and to the left. Down and to the left. Down and to the left.
And sweep. Now missile. Now do not fire that super missile. I do think
Continues to not be a great
Yeah,
system.
no, I do think the zero mission approach was good. Fusion
did-
also does that.
How did Zero Mission do it again?
It's hold down R. Down.
Oh yeah.
Your days of going left are over.
Wait, what's the problem thing
Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay. Not really sure.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. That's good. So like, their one attack is still more effective than another.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Using
this.
superpowers.
I think this may be about the point that the screw attack started to feel unfair.
I feel like the screw attack should feel unfair. Like that's what's fun about it, is that it feels Oh, that was what that
Oh.
Okay, so they do have a little bit of the overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But that felt like a reasonable
Yeah.
way of showing it.
There's a really
This is
clever-
like a huge problem in the original. We've talked about a lot.
I like the art here.
Yeah, this enemy has like inherent movement patterns, which ways of fighting it, or you could have just screw attacked it.
Yeah, I like that. You're not afraid of anything except for Metroids.
I wasn't afraid of anything before. This game wasn't that difficult.
Or any of these new enemies, I can't remember because you've been playing this over such a long period of time.
I
think the bats were new.
Yeah, there's sort of now a problem that it's hard to introduce new enemies if the screw attack works against everything.
Yeah, usually this. I don't remember exactly when it's introduced in the original Metroid 2, but you know, usually it's the exact last thing you get precisely because of that.
Yeah.
It's for the victory lap rather than
In Metroid 1, the screw attack was like extremely powerful, but also it wasn't as easy to use because you didn't have as much mobility.
one Metroid is detected in the area.
I bet it's really cute.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Because I'm right.
I'm not sure about that prediction.
It's gonna be adorable.
Remember, the cute ones are babies.
Adorable adult Metroid.
See? It's not so bad. Or just one super missile.
I love that little like breaking sound.
Yeah, it's good.
Sounds very Roadrunner. All emoji Metroid's emoji are emoji valid. What's up with that thing?
Why is shaking?
Because it's every time that you clear Metroids.
Oh yeah. I was just like, that's gotta be a trick. There's gotta be another boss.
Oh. Yeah, that... I do want to reiterate how much I like the thing where like the music in this area changes later in the game.
It shook, but
Says there's one Metroid.
is it real lava?
It might be the gravity suit just made you immune to lava.
Oh,
That happened in Super Metroid 2 in a really confusing way.
No. I still can't.
That's weird.
Maybe I'll try using one of my super things.
Wasn't there another room that had lava that you could have dropped into?
Maybe there's something in the top room.
Yeah, I just want to explore. Be a chance here.
I feel like this is a really weird room shape.
But just like the map look makes it look like it's gonna
Yeah.
let me get down farther.
Yeah.
But also the way it's drawn makes it ambiguous so that you can get down farther.
Oh, whoops. Oh, that fell. Okay.
Huh.
Halo crossover.
Oh, he's not looking good. Oh yeah, he doesn't have the same attack pattern either. I feel like the logbook entries aren't needed. This speaks for itself. This is a good scene. Like, they already communicated everything that needed to be. Oh. Oh, because it's off balance because it's missing part of the tail.
Oh.
So that's why it's walking weirdly. And by weirdly, I mean...
It's a cute kangaroo. Whoa. Something is very wrong with my kangaroo.
Oh, yeah. This took me a really long time.
You can also angle shots.
Do you want me to point out the trick?
No, not yet. I should die at least once.
No, that's very reasonable, actually.
That's super cool.
I like that when it hops, it knocks you over without damaging you. Shit.
It makes you wonder, like, there's that noise, little beep, and like I always assumed that was like some kind of electronic noise made by the suit, but if it's made when you get knocked over, maybe that's just like an adorable little squeak Samus is making. This like
It's a knockover squeak.
this like 7 foot tall lady making this like adorable little squeak. She also has really cute sneezes. Just checking, am I the only one who's seen the Daphne sneeze video? The Daphne sneeze video. I'm the only one who's seen it, never mind.
Yeah, she doesn't have to knock me.
That was pretty cool.
Speed booster plus one.
Yeah. Heads.
They're kind of weird.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, I get it.
Somebody's suggesting it's a truck because she was raised by birds.
Oh.
Pretty sure that's canon.
Samus is angry, she chirps. Just really an irritated bird song.
I literally just searched for Daphne sneeze, and the only results as video links was every other Scooby-Doo character sneezing, not Daphne. actually missed the animation of it transforming. I just thought it was getting hit. The fire sprites here have the same weird, like, looking very realistic compared to everything else.
Oh, right.
Christine just noticed it.
I remember how these work. It's fucking wild.
Really difficult.
Yeah, but if you pull it off, it's great.
Oh wait, it's got like a brief period
Yep.
of...
Yep.
Oh.
Chat, did you see it?
It's the back. It opens up when it attacks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can pull it off in this room.
This room has a really high ceiling.
Like, I definitely was able to also hit it other times on the bottom.
Can we just get out of here and say it?
No?
Alas.
I do like them. Like I do like it is a satisfying fight. It's just also very difficult.
I do feel like there's still like this, because of the big claws and stuff, it just is hard to tell when you can hit the bottom
Yeah, no, I remember.
side.
Yeah.
I guess it's like it's not just that it's ambiguous, it's that it's ambiguous and actually the answer is it's even smaller than you think. Like ambiguity, but like it's actually like more generous
Yeah.
is fine, but ambiguity and it's actually this even smaller area. Funny bird heads.
What's more? What's feeling?
Hey Miguel, how do you feel with these backgrounds?
I like them. There's some weird tiling stuff. Like when they're trying to, it doesn't really tile as well up and down as it does sideways. But I like them overall. I'm like, this is some of the more consistent art. And like it doesn't try to be overly detailed with the foreground stuff. There's some problems with some of those, the smaller platforms don't show up well against the background.
The set of steps you have to do to unlock this fight are actually kind of a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been a save spot before.
Also, I mean, like, the fact it was weird was okay the first time, because
Yeah.
it was like, you're just kind of like
yeah.
looking around, but at this point.
Yeah, bad to do that and then give you a completely new hard fight.
The thing I do kind of like about the back thing is that it encourages
Yeah.
you to waste all of your missiles on it. Like, it's just so enticing.
Well, it does a lot more damage.
Oh, okay.
Through the back.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah. No, that's the way you kill it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of like the idea that when it was vomiting, that was just it like learning how to breathe fire.
I'm just gonna kind of spit lighter fluid everywhere, but not actually
Yeah.
ignite it. It's pretty good.
And now it's a big boy, so it can breathe fire. Good space kangaroo.
Space kangaroo would be a good name for a thing. I don't know what kind of thing, but it sounds like it would be a good name for a thing.
It's also pretty great segmented sprite. Like they're doing sprite rotations, which is a bit of a cheat, since you get sort of a distortion on the face when it does all that rotation. But it looks pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's such a small little space. Like as well as
Yeah.
having a time.
I do like the fact that it's like a hard thing to.
Yeah.
But man, these things just take so many.
I like.
Is it going to have healed?
No. Sorry. Yes, it's going to have healed. However.
You sounded upset about no. It was very confusing.
I'm just really amused by the thought of like Samus reacting the way Christine's reacting, just like just kind of while she's like walking through this like knee-deep corpses.
Fuck.
Just incredibly annoyed. Can you go the other way and get any help?
No.
Very close.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. But no missiles.
I don't know, a store that only sells horseshoes and hand grenades. Very specialized.
We'll sign the one that says good enough for government work.
So like serve a very specific clientele. Equestrian bombardiers. I feel like they're underserved in our community.
I wonder if somewhere there's
Almost got
a group of Marines or something who's actually played horseshoes with hand grenades. Like that sounds like a joke from like a Vietnam movie. I think it would just mean you'd like stick a peg in the ground and throw grenades at it.
Yeah. But like, how do you win?
How do you win horseshoes? I've never really completely got
I
that.
believe it's getting the horseshoes around the thing.
Okay, there's like a scoring system or something.
Yeah, I guess there must be a scoring system, otherwise close wouldn't mean anything.
Sure.
Chat, how do we play horseshoes?
Can we get a rules check here, please? Oh god, the area logs after the Alpha Metroid.
Yeah, so we were confused by this room that looks like you should be able to get through. What actually happens is that you go up through this kind of like blocky shared area, you fight the first Metroid, and then you have to go back down to the blocky shared area to discover that like it's like fallen, yeah, this area.
Usually, I feel like that breaks like a rule that this game otherwise follows, which is that if you are like unequipped for a fight, you can just leave, power up, and then come back.
And that's very frustrating.
This is like, I feel like this is the one exception.
There's no way after you've done that fight for us to save.
No. There is like very explicitly like you can't, which means there's also no way of getting more missiles.
So it's the combination of like a puzzle boss along with like this long with I don't know.
It's a puzzle
I
boss
don't
that
feel
also
like-
requires like incredibly precise play.
Really precise play. It's a puzzle boss. You're figuring out as you go, and every time you fail it, the punishment is redo this
It's a
slightly
very
confusing section.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I didn't.
I
don't
think it's just
remember-
long. Like
I don't
it's just-
remember having trouble with this entire segment the first time I played, so I don't know if I just got something very right on the first try.
Did you play 1.1 or like the very first release? Because
I-
chat's saying that it was nerfed in the 1.1.
Is this 1.1?
Nope. It sure is not.
I see. I think I played. Well, I don't know. Was it? I played like an update from like 8 hours after release, but it was like right before the.
Segmented Sprite is my favorite Coca-Cola product.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for the super missile tank upgrade.
I think that's a good idea.
That'll mean that I'll miss out on the second chance to fight it. However, that didn't seem to go very well, so fuck it.
Are you sure that?
Although it was
that's
really
about
impressive how
for to
much you
kill?
got with no hits.
I'm not sure of anything.
I just wonder if
I
you should
don't
also
know
be
what-
getting some shots in the stomach, just because it's easier.
It's harder than it looks, I feel like.
Oh, it's all harder than it looks. That was my entire criticism of the design.
That's true.
Jump, you asshole!
Half kangaroo, half lizard, half naked boa.
Half shark, alligator, half man.
And yeah, it just takes off an entire tank whenever you get hit. Oh. Fuck. Well, that's it for super missiles. Anyway, honestly, I feel like trying to go for this is much safer than trying to go under the belly, honestly.
I feel like when I did this, I would usually like try to aim directly down.
I've been doing an angle shot. That was how I did it.
Okay.
So the trick is to slightly overshoot it. It's a little frustrating.
Jesus.
You know what? Alright, it's fine.
Yeah. You're definitely getting better at it. No.
Yeah. Don't like that hit stun. He's definitely putting forward a pretty compelling argument for the eradication of this species. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh fuck yeah, this run is not gonna happen. Oh.
Oh. Jesus.
Okay. Like if I could get more super missiles in there.
I mean, it was unfortunate because you like missed you missed a bunch of super missiles and then managed to get off like 6 super missiles in a row nearly. Maybe like start by shooting the missiles and then switch to the super missiles only after you landed a couple. I mean, that's usually what I do. I just so the muscle memory is like really fresh when I start shooting supers.
Yeah, I feel like that's the right way to go.
I'll give it a shot.
Because you definitely get a lot better at it after you've been doing a few. So when we hear a ding from the kitchen, we'll be apple crumble. So how close are we to the end from here? Like,
I've still got a ways.
I have a feeling if we're gonna do Symphony of the Night, we're
Yeah.
not gonna be able. Each time you're sure we're gonna finish it.
Well, I'm just comparing like the par time from like my save. I think something slowed us down a lot. I'm not really sure what. The super missile tank does refill your stock. It's that was what I tried before. I might switch back to that strategy as well.
You get 2 tries. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
If only you also refilled your health.
Yeah, that'd be good. I feel like if we don't kill it with super missiles, it's like...
So many shots.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can't get more than one shot off every like 7 seconds.
Right, exactly. That's the big thing. Is that like...
I mean, I guess the advantage if you're shooting the belly was you'd be able to shoot several at a time. Although I do agree it's probably riskier.
It's riskier, especially since that thing takes off an entire tank every time it hits me.
Yeah,
So that means
crazy.
I have 5 shots. Alright, let's try regular missiles just to
Do
get...
you want to get the power up?
come on.
You're doing good though. You've already gotten it pretty dark.
Yeah.
I do wish the color shifts were a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah. I really wish I could intercept you.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh wait, I should grab those super missiles and try again.
It just needs to cool.
I just reset it with missiles. Oh. No, it's... Well, it means I have another shot.
Yeah. I just wanted to come back and have you defeated him.
I wish the screen wasn't swinging around so much. It's making it difficult.
The turn over with the space jump is not great. It's just a thing that you do.
This is also definitely cramping my hands.
minutes at a time.
Yeah, I think if you don't manage this soon, I think it's time to just switch to Symphony of the Night.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck's sake.
Do you want to just start unloading in its belly?
Yeah, you might be able to finish it off now.
I haven't
not.
She actually made fewer hits this time than she did last time.
No, I didn't.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna...
One thing is that when he's breathing fire, he actually does expose his belly
No.
more than at other times.
Unfortunately, there's a
Okay.
bunch of fire on the way.
Yeah, let's give it a...
Switch over to Symphony of the Night.
Yep.
Okay, I'll cue stuff up here. Oh, it does 3 times as much damage as doing it the other
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, no, it's like... Killing it the other way is...
Brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also brutal normally.
It's far easier to super missile the front.
I don't think I agree with that. I was never able to kill them by super missiling the front. Like, I was only able to hit them from the back. No, because, like, otherwise you need to get up in its business and, like... It doesn't.
business
You
is
need to
very
get up
short.
in this business. It does less damage. Yeah.
Did you send an update? Let me just switch it to the other aspect ratio. I think that is the correct one for Symphony of the Night that we had before. Yeah. It's hard to tell because of the way it fades the screen to black on the outside, but I think that's correct. Okay. Both of you
shit,
want-
line is,
what?
yes.
What's wrong?
Line is just poking me because it's off the line. Need to get. Should we not do that? Okay, we're good.
Everything displaying good? Okay.
Yep.
Very quickly,
Yes.
apple crumble ice cream, yes.
No thanks, but thank you.
Okay.
I'm not getting,
yes, right?
Yes.
I'm not getting audio, but that's because there's no sound in this room, right?
I don't remember.
There's no. Oh.
No, hang on. It's not coming out of the right thing. Are you hearing anything now?
Well, it's supposed to be plugging the sound in. I don't see it. Anything connected.
HDMI.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so where the fuck are we going?
That way.
Man, these jumps do not compare favorably to Metroid's. Just like, not at all. Also, I keep pressing the wrong button. God, these enemies. Miguel, hurry up. I need to hear your opinion on art style.
Oh god.
Actually, it's fine.
What?
This.
I thought we'd already seen.
No, this is new.
This is actually some of the more tasteful stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is good.
Yeah, no. If only more of the game looked like that.
Woo. Fun room. I can't remember. Do you need to go through it in order to, like, it to be a teleportation target, or you just need to see it?
I think you just need to see it. It just needs to be on the map.
Okay. That's, I wish there was, like, some animation that indicated that it was, like, activating.
Yeah.
That would be a very good way of, like, letting you know.
So the room I've been waiting for Miguel's opinion on this entire game is coming up.
I too would take fighting a dragon over fighting a goose. Geese will fuck you up.
What if it was a really small dragon?
Then definitely I would.
Cursed sword. Does that...
I don't. That lowers my attack to 0.
Also, it's cursed.
But it comes with a free Frogurt. What
That's
does it
good.
do?
Does anyone
Okay, fine. Chat is saying equip it.
God.
What are we
We're
equipping?
we're equipping the cursed sword that drops our attack to 0.
Why?
That's a great question.
Because chat said to do it.
Chat
I
told you to
assume
jump off the CN tower.
because
Would
it's-
you jump off the CN tower?
Well, if I had a save restore, probably.
Fair enough. Be probably pretty thrilling.
So is there like an enemy that I can see? What?
Perhaps past controls
Does
over
this
there.
hurt you? No.
Yeah.
Andy, while you eat this before
No,
the hot and the cold
it
destroy
doesn't
each other.
do anything.
It doesn't hurt the enemy?
No.
Great.
What the hell?
Can you unequip it? Wasn't a very cursed sword then, was it?
I mean, that's pretty cursed.
Mildly cursed.
Here, you want to take the wheel? Well,
Yeah, sure. I have like not played this entire time, so I barely remember what the controls are.
That'd be the same as if I picked it up.
Ah. Why is there not a Twitter account named Cursed Weaponry?
Have you checked?
Good point.
I hadn't noticed how over the top.
Leap Stone. That sounds good, actually. Do I have to do something to turn that on? The Leap Stone is on.
what
Okay.
does it do? Just say what it does.
I believe it just makes you jump higher. Oh, double jump. Okay. So I think turquoise. That's something you
Okay,
just
so now a
sell.
bunch of stuff should be open to us.
Yeah, and we can. Well, also this area to the. How do you, yeah, this area to the right that we couldn't get. Like the broken bridge that was not allowing us to come here before is now available to us.
Is that the one with the skull?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Skull Lord. It was the Skull Lord, right?
Let's replace more to the... Was there more stuff to left you to do?
No, it was just a.
Okay.
Let's see here. How do I?
So left.
Do I have a? Okay, you believe me.
No.
You believe me.
Sure.
How do I?
Do what?
How do I shield him?
Circle.
Circle. Okay. No. Oh, here we go.
Don't turn everything to the wolf. You turn to the wolf, I've got to pull out the tequila
Oh gosh.
and start taking shots. It's the only way I'm getting through that wolf animation.
Let's get rid of the
Yeah, I
wolf
do
and
like
get
that the,
something
like the
better
double
than
jump
that.
is like you flap with your...
That is
with your
sort of cool.
cape.
Can I get up this way?
I think you might need something else for that.
Alright, so it's the oops. What's over
However,
this
you
way?
do have a teleport room now.
I do have a teleport room, so I'm supposed to this is cheesy as heck. This is cheesy as heck. Alright, I think we're supposed to teleport over there and then come back over here, just go one room up. So we came all this way just for the leap stone. On the other hand, we get to go through... I think we get to go through the best area in the game.
I like that touch that all of the like bones in that room get sucked in with you
Yeah.
and then fall. Unfortunately, they're all being hardware rotated, so they just look like garbage. Would have been a great effect if they had not like decided to arbitrarily rotate them.
Oh, we can go to arena? Which areas?
It really looks like up is the way to go.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, it does. Just if we incidentally could go to the arena, that would be good. Doesn't Dracula ever just clean up his junk? Let's just look at this. Just corpses all over.
That's where they're supposed to be. There's a system. I hadn't noticed how completely over the top the damage number animations are in this.
Oh yeah, they're a lot.
Yeah, wait for the next hit.
Alright, so now my goal is to not get hit the entire rest of the game. Whoops. Let's say with that leap stone. Got that little like throbbing heartbeat thing going on. Oh, okay, I guess the double jump does give us access to the clock room, which is cheap as heck, actually. Alright. Time to finally defeat the Skull Lord. And by defeat, I mean jump over harmlessly. Right?
Here.
Okay. He is the Radiskull and he will kill us all for...
Can we do the clock room? I thought we were like missing items for it.
Like what?
Whatever the items are, I don't.
Leap stone?
No, it's not. It's not mobility.
There's
stuff.
multiple things going on in the clock room.
Oh, okay.
So you get hit, it teleports the number over with it trailing blood particles.
So I'm just going to say this because it's ridiculous to try to like figure this out, quote unquote. The clock room has like different, it actually goes around over time, and at certain times like these panels toward the top pull away, and I thought you needed flying abilities to get through there, but maybe not. Felt hat.
Sweet.
Now you can go to the SCA. What's that up there? Stuff you can't have.
Stuff for bats.
Cool. Bats are good and deserve lots of things.
Oh yeah, actually.
Skull Lord
Fuck!
me.
For a second.
Oh.
Well, this sucks and I hate it.
He is the Radiskull and he will kill us one by one.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna crawl up and die somewhere.
Why don't you just destroy 90s webpage skull?
So I was trying to do the shield dash, and like I felt like I wasn't actually going any faster by doing what I thought was the shield dash input than just by mashing the backdash input.
So I'm gonna not fall off.
That's a good plan.
Okay, but have you considered falling off?
Yeah, I tried that actually.
Oh, did it work?
Was it fun?
False.
No. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the cool
I don't know
area.
what's going on here, but there's a lot of... Alright, water bad. How is it still not...
Background animation is fucking crazy.
Hmm?
It's unfortunate the foreground is totally in a different style.
Alright, this is how clocks work, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Honestly, that background, I don't care how clocks work.
I'm not gonna do it.
Now, did this start the tradition
Sorry,
of
someone else take the
Castle?
wheel.
Did this start the tradition of Castlevania clock rooms containing Medusa heads in huge numbers, or was that something one of the early ones got? Can you use, this is what I have been saying all along. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Oh, yeah. We were being reminded in chat that we've got the stopwatch, which sounds like it would be real helpful right here.
How do I stopwatch?
I believe it's up and attack.
Yep.
There. Now hoof it. We don't see you attack the left there. What's up with those things?
Oh shit, those are spikes. There's a lot going on here.
You're dying a
Oh
lot.
shit, water kills me, I forgot.
So distracted by the fact that... What's up with those like gears on the wall that you can attack? I don't remember.
Do I have any ham and eggs? Will ham and eggs heal me?
I
Or do
think
they
so.
hurt me like water?
No, ham and eggs are...
Okay, Leo.
Ham and eggs will... I mean, they are high in cholesterol and will contribute to heart disease. But we're not really concerned about your long-term health right now. We're concerned about Medusa heads that turn you into stone.
Oh yeah, this system.
That didn't hit you very much. So keep in mind, one option here is just to die.
Please don't take that one.
That seems like a bad option.
Oh, you got a potion.
Oh. Oh, there, okay. Man, this is the worst healing system.
It's not
Do
good.
you want me to?
Give me a second here.
What? Oh, you didn't drop that, you just drank it. That's interesting.
Yeah, food you drop, potions you just drink. You quaff. That's me quaffing.
Quaff, quaff, quaff.
Quaff the shit out of that potion.
Water goes some.
Okay, that's not a place I can go.
Looks like you ought to be able to go there.
But you
Hey.
can't.
What happens when you attack those gears on the wall? Or...
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which.
Don't jump in the water.
Yeah, I know, I'm realizing that.
Okay.
I don't know how that whole vampire thing works again. Oh. Well, this is great. I can't spin it.
There's a second one up there. Does jumping on that thing hurt you actually?
Oh no.
So there's
This
there's that weird thing on the bottom left that looks like some kind of a door. And there's that thing that you can attack. So if you hit that,
Yeah,
does the thing at the bottom of the screen change at all?
Try to have a look. No, it does not seem to have changed.
Alright.
God, this foreground is just not really good at conveying information.
If a vampire ate eggs, would it like eat them or just suck out the yolks?
Check out the yolks. Yeah.
I wish you had paused. What's the dark metamorphosis input? Oh. Half circle up.
What did that do?
Let's fuck. Well,
Let's see
nothing if I don't pull it off right. Lets me heal by killing things with blood.
Huh. Those have blood.
Yes, they do. That's why I was.
Little blood morsels.
Ugh.
You have to hit 4 gears or so until they click into a different sound. I don't think we're going to be hitting all of the... Well, there's 2 in the other room, there's 2 in here.
Well, we don't have the thing that lets us stay in water, so it's right now. It's not really...
We could hit it, it would just suck to try. But it does apparently get you a good item. So we don't know if you're willing to... This is actually not going so bad. This is also very Metroid.
Yeah, except for the fact where you need to like hit like a fighting game input in order to trigger it.
Not gonna lie, I'm glad you're doing this and not me.
I can't think of a Metroid game where that happens.
Yeah, no, that's not really a very Metroid-y thing.
Christine is basically our power player here.
Not good at this game.
I've hardly played, so I'm kind of a little bit lost when you hand me the controller.
It's also very much mess as a game.
Really?
To be quite honest.
I sort of like this area.
The color design's really striking, and then they throw this guy in.
This is great.
We
Yes.
don't have any swords with bigger sweeps than this. Which
Yeah,
is
no,
a
this
big
is a
frustration
good
to
sword.
me.
This is like this is
Well,
the
no,
sword
this is
we want.
what someone in the chat is saying is that there's a lot of swords that like you do overhead, and those are a lot more convenient. A lot of them they're slower, but
Yeah,
and
but they don't
have
give you that shit.
They don't have that, but they're better for fighting Medusa heads because you just sort of like swim
Yeah,
around.
that's true. This is not a good sword for fighting Medusa heads. It is, however, an extremely good sword for fighting bosses, so... Which is also, like, a weird input. What's even... I'm exhausted. Oh, fuck. How did I get holy water? No, that's not what I wanted.
That's not what you want.
I don't want holy water.
There's a. You haven't gone all the way left this room.
Well, yes, I haven't gone all the way to right.
Sure.
Which do I hate more
Could you use the
The
dagger?
knives are actually really nice, and you can spam them.
than? Okay.
They don't
Also,
take-
could you use them to hit those gears?
Maybe.
I'm not sure if the gears are actually...
Apparently, you get a good item. That's
Oh.
all.
Okay.
That's what someone said. There's 4 of them, and you could get them all. It's like the water one's annoying, but
Yeah,
you
if we
only
could
have to
get
hit
it
it
with-
like once.
Is that thing bleeding when I hit it? I can't tell. I don't think it was.
Also, do you still have the Dark Metamorphosis? You're not glowing red anymore.
Well, I mean, it's not activated, but I can reactivate it.
I see.
It's just MP based, which I believe recovers over time. It's a little incomprehensible, to be honest. Like, the MP system doesn't feel like... It feels like a very strange addition. That's not entirely congruent.
It's also very
Oh,
weird to me that
you
there's...
know, what's...
It's weird to me that
I don't
there's...
know about this sprite rotation. I feel like it... Miguel, is
There's-
it good?
There's
Or-
so much bad sprite rotation in this.
It is a bit weird to me
It's
that
kind of a mess.
it is a bit weird to me that there's MP and also hearts.
Yeah,
Healing mail. I don't know what that is, but I like it.
I love mail and also to heal.
It's probably just a really nice ladder.
Yeah, I love to restore HP while walking.
That's like my #1 hobby.
Great.
Man. See,
This
this
is a
is
good
where it
time.
would be really
Oh
nice.
shit, he's full of crows.
Ah!
This is a good time to spam knives.
No, it's not a
I
good
was gonna say
time
it's
to
a good
spam
time to
knives.
shield.
It was the exact opposite of a good time to spam knives, actually.
Hmm.
That man is full of crows.
But in a way, aren't we all?
I had actually read what the bottom subtitle said.
Let us go out this evening for pleasure. The night is still young.
I actually like that.
I don't know what it means.
It makes as much sense as anything else in that entire image.
That's true. That is
All I know is
accurate.
it's very, very White Wolf.
Okay, so how much am I repeating? Like just 3 years, right? That's how much I need to do again?
Sounds about right. Oh no. Oh no.
Karasu means crow.
No, 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 no. The Skull Lord again. Was there really not a save in that entire...
Nope.
I mean, I guess this is sort of kind of the end of the game, a little bit, but...
Are we actually close to the end? No, wait, because there's some big change that's going to happen.
Why would you assume that?
Huh.
Because that's already been hinted. And I think I know what it is. I think I've remembered. I've definitely listened to a lot of like people talking about Castlevania games on podcasts.
It's
and
a
such.
good punchline.
That was pretty smooth.
Yeah, that would have been bad if I fucked it up.
I guess you get one jump off. Don't
No,
go forward, go
you
back.
don't. You do not get one.
Darn it, Skull Lord.
I fucking hate that guy.
It's odd when you notice a little bit of text or something you've managed to miss previously. I think it's just that it was so hard to read
It's
that I
perhaps
just hadn't
not the most
bothered to.
legible thing in the world.
I was like, oh yeah, that says something.
Why
It's
isn't
probably like a copyright notice or something.
Yeah,
I
no,
think-
it's only if you jump before it, like while the animation is happening, that it.
Suck.
I cast resist darkness. I gotta say, these jumps after playing Metroid don't feel great.
That's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Gives
Except for
you-
you. Nothing is fine with you. You're an abomination.
I'm
This
feeling
game
this
does
is
not
definitely
the
like
Skull
not
Lord.
improved by the fact that the animations run at the wrong speed.
So, the gears, do you just have to hit them? Or do you have to like...
No point in going that way.
What's that way?
Just the where you came from, you can jump to get to the,
This is a good time to have a stopwatch. Like right here is a good place. Oh, no, it's okay. Hey, can we get the gears? Because you just cast one.
no, because I don't have anything I can hit.
You have a
the,
stopwatch, you have a stopwatch.
Yeah, that's not gonna help me with the,
The water?
yeah.
You can just go over the water.
And then fall into it.
Yeah, and you'll get hurt for like 4 damage.
Well, how many times do you have to hit one of these things? Let's find one of them and just hit it
Can I try?
until it stops. We also haven't found a save one yet. Oh, okay, so you've got to hit it multiple times, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna.
Yeah, now it makes a bangy noise, but it did the first few
yeah, it's gonna be a
times.
little bit annoying with the water.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Just come back with a throwy stabby thing.
Oh, no, no, no.
Anything but salt.
Where did it fall?
Christina's salty about salt.
Oh my god.
Can you throw salt at the gear?
Wow,
Maybe-
this sucks.
Maybe the problem is that Alucard is a saltwater vegetable, not a freshwater. Wait, saltwater vampire, not a freshwater vampire?
There's saltwater vegetables? Is that what sea cucumber is?
Probably. No, sea cucumbers are relatives of starfish.
Yeah, I
and-
know.
I thought they were kind of pickle.
They have a defense mechanism where if you startle them, they spit out all of your internal organs at you, which I thought was a pretty great...
Fuck, that also sucks.
Did they do this on purpose? Just give you all the crappy...
I
just thought that would be a really good, like, superhero, like you're trying to rob the bank, but here's a sea cucumber, and to scare you off, he's just shooting all of his organs at you, and then, I guess, falling over incapacitated because he doesn't have any organs.
Okay.
It's like the horned-toed lizard or whatever that just squirts blood out of its eyes to frighten predators.
That's pretty frightening, to be honest. I would be frightened of that. I would not fuck
Yeah.
with anything that's willing to, like,
Snakes are just like, okay, this is too weird for me, I'm out of here.
hard limit. Like, if I had time stopped, this boss would be a lot.
Also, maybe unequip the healing mail before you fight the boss, because it's actually a little bit weaker.
Yeah. I don't know if that margin would matter, but... Alright. I assume I want way more more than what.
Who even knows?
Change your armor.
I never equipped it to begin with.
Okay.
Remember, in this
It's not
timeline,
very
we have
good
not
against-
used up our potions yet, so you have one of those. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't doing much damage.
Well, we've got a shield for those crows. I assume a shield works against crows.
Yeah, that rapier is really good.
That's the secret of this game. You just find one piece of cheese and then you lean on it the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, that's...
Burning Sword Ghost
You're
Girls?
saying words as though they're good words, but they sound like bad words.
I think they may in fact be bad words. This is kind of cool.
This is pretty dramatic.
Ooh.
And then if you go left, I feel like
Go
that right. This room is shaped like a save room.
I feel really bad for whoever the artist is who's really good at these amazing statues. Because like they did amazing artwork and it's just like slapped in there so often. Like this is nice, this is
Can you go up from
tasteful.
here?
But like that is the exception to the rule.
Falchion.
Sounds like the name of a Street Fighter character. Well, it's a slightly bigger
That
swing.
is, like, that's the exact same kind of swing. But... yeah, no, the rapier has not done me wrong. I've not been led astray by this one item we picked up very early on.
Apparently it's a really rare drop and normally people go grind for it. Oh, come on.
Wait, so the weapon drops are random in this?
Oh, seriously? This is just...
Is that actually the case? Like all the weapon drops are random?
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, there's some that are placed, right?
Yeah, summer
Okay.
place.
But I think there's also just, like, random...
Do you wanna...
What the fuck? Do we need to be in wolf form for that?
I don't know, I think you need to be in bat form, but if you have the bat, why do you even need to go through that entire area? None of that makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, there's still some areas that I haven't done.
The big purple area.
Yeah.
off there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the left that we haven't done yet.
And
Did
probably
we
can't
get
with the double
anything
jump.
by doing that whole area there? I'm not sure if that achieved anything.
Well, we
What
fought a
about the
boss.
healing armor?
We fought a boss, but the boss didn't do anything.
That's true. I thought you like needed several items for the clock room.
There are 3 exits from the clock room other than the 2 obvious ones.
I don't understand what that means. Isn't the clock room just a gate for like you having the items that?
No, the clock room is several things at once.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Where is it?
See the long, straight area?
Oh yes, yeah. I see.
See the weird room in the center with the
Yeah,
door?
I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Now that we've got the double jump, we might be able to get into that little blue area we couldn't get into before.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is that like that tall corridor that
Yeah.
I think we can get into now. So we might as well go that way on the way too.
Okay, so if someone just explained in chat the exact way that the clock tower works. If you don't want to know exactly, don't look in the chat right now. It's bullshit. It's like
No, I like. That's something you'll never figure out on your own.
I feel like some of these games like are intentionally rewarding. You just playing for hours and just staring at the clock tower trying to figure out what the hell's happening. And I have some respect for that, just not much. What?
Okay, cool.
What's a basilard? Is that like a spice
Sounds delicious.
seasoning or something? What?
I don't know.
It's not like in your bloodstream or something.
Is that something? I don't see.
We have a question, which is Miguel's hoodie a perfect color match for the couch in real life? I'm gonna say close.
Yes.
But not quite.
It's slightly
I
darker.
can see how it would look like that on stream, though.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It looks like that.
Yeah, I can disappear from the stream.
That's my reaction to some of this shit too.
You've spent very little time in wolf form, which I'm very glad.
Doesn't
I
really
mean,
do
I
very
can
much.
fix that.
No, you can't.
I don't understand. Like, I literally don't see the weapon in my inventory.
It is.
Check this. What secrets await us in the room that we never discovered?
I bet it's like a single piece of plate mail. Oh, it's a globe. Oh, it's a cape made of cloth. And I bet they never used this background anywhere else in the entire game.
That's okay.
And it's worse than what we have.
Well,
Love
it's not-
it.
It's not
Love
semi-invisible.
it.
Can you get down into the thing that ends with the cannon? Oh, that's an annoying path.
I mean,
Oh.
we're going that way anyway. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
direction we're going.
Cool. This room.
I don't think that cape is accessible without the double jump, which is like pretty late. So.
No, there's the bullshit puzzle with the elevator.
But we couldn't have gone there with that. This was just like straight up like it needs a double jump.
Weird.
Anyway, for the record, I feel like enemies being able to RNG drop extremely good weapons not a good game design decision.
No.
I mean,
It's one of those ones you really don't even need to wait.
I
Axe
guess-
is better. I like Axe.
Axe is good. I feel like if you balance it exactly such that, like, any one weapon you're unlikely to get, but you're likely to get at least one good weapon over the course of a game, like, that's sort of nice, but also
But the timing is like the timing really matters.
it's also the case that, like,
If you
in
get it
this
early,
game-
it's fine. If you get it late, or if you get it early, it's really, really destructive. And if you get it late,
in this game, it's also, like, really dependent on game facts, because it's like, the Rapier is a pretty good weapon, but most of why it's good is because we know about or you eventually found the,
quarter circle forward gesture.
yeah.
Oh, there's a puzzle with the spikes. Okay.
The hell?
Oh, it's just press down. Ah, I love Casino Night Zone.
I don't, actually. Huh? Wait.
Fucking far does this go?
Sunglasses.
Well, now it can be cool.
You can wear your sunglasses at night. It's probably a... No? Oh. They're cool looking! Wait, did that raise or lower your intelligence?
Almost certainly lowered them.
It lowered your
It
intelligence.
lowered your intelligence.
Did it do anything else?
That's not as far as I can tell.
Did it stop us from getting stoned by Medusa?
Oh, that's a good
That would be
question.
pretty neat.
I assume that's probably not how it works, but also like this is useless. I'm just filling in the map, so I probably shouldn't.
Well,
No, go back up.
the cannon.
Oh yeah, the cannon. No, that's right. Well, that accomplished something. Good work, everyone. We accomplished something.
Wait, where are you going now?
I'm going back up to the clock room.
Okay.
So
What's
that's
our original
literally
goal?
just to open up a shortcut.
Yeah.
There's so much just random shit in this game.
Yeah.
It's all about the maximalism.
It's like an artist made this cannon, so I guess we'll put it here and make a door that it opens.
It's not even like that good a shortcut.
And it's not a great like it does. It's
Also,
like
what
it
do
has a
those
cool
switches do?
explosion.
I think the switch brings the elevator if you come in at the other end.
Oh.
Like I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a big like full screen crazy effect when
Yeah.
you used it.
Well, I
It
mean,
was
like,
kind of an understated.
oh yeah, just the screen flashed once. Is that a warp or a save?
It's a save. It's
Yeah.
not even worth it.
But you saw a cannon.
I don't need to save that memory.
This is where we differ.
It'll always be with me in my heart.
You have 103 hearts right now.
Yeah, I know. Just do it reflexively. Also, sometimes there's money.
In your heart?
Why you gotta make it weird?
That's what I do. There was nothing inside the world but a green ooze.
No, I do not want any salt.
That wasn't
Sounds
the
pretty
fist bump
salty to me.
emoji.
It's why is there so many of these ones when they're like, they're really not very attractive. I don't like that green. And I feel like this is like the one enemy that keeps getting repeated.
I feel at this point like I'm starting to get Stockholm syndrome where I'm like, this isn't so bad. This like weird monstrosity of purple.
And now you know why this game is beloved.
The game still doesn't seem like it's that much fun when I watch you play. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's ugly, but is it that ugly?
Alright, so
Is
here's...
this room uglier than the other rooms we've seen?
This is where you're probably gonna get irritated. Possibly.
What can I do?
You wait for about 7 minutes. There's two positions. Yeah, there's 2 positions on the clock face where these like statues just sort of move out of the way for you. And someone claimed that apparently one of them only moves. Oh wait, go 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 go!
What? Oh. I thought we were gonna have to wait longer. I was gonna go put away the pie.
The other one might require. This is an area? Is this like required? To solve this ridiculous puzzle with this clock?
I don't know a goddamn thing. I've never played a video game in my life.
I remember what all the areas in this game are, but not how you get into any of them.
That's weird because, like, maybe half of them are memorable.
This is a kind of memorable marble texture right here.
Miguel, what do you think?
How freaking expensive would it be to make an area this size out of marble? Just how expensive?
Excuse me, could you not? It's not a boss, is it? It's just a jerk.
Creative name.
He's got one thing that he's good at.
Hammer, don't hurt them.
So how do you feel about these segmented sprites? They're good, right? Just like real quality?
That's how you use a sword.
Fuck, please do not push
Those
me.
animations definitely have a lot of frames.
Please don't push me out of this room. Oh.
Oh, it's a Nidhogg.
I do really like the... That's a really good death animation.
Yeah, no, that was.
I mean, conceptually.
Yeah. No, that definitely is a sign of thing of like the number of frames is not the quality of the animation.
Oh.
Like it was very smooth animation, but not very good animation.
So the entire second half of this game is taunting with the fact you don't have the bat.
Okay. So there's more.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in chat was saying that in order to get into the other section you need the stopwatch?
So we just find a fucking stopwatch.
Yeah.
So I should be hitting every candelabra then.
Sure.
Well, because one of them will drop a stopwatch.
Yeah. Nice.
It's so weird that this is the room with the segmented sprite knights.
Yep. There's 2 of them.
And a very elaborate parallax background. Really?
But there's something... I don't understand, like, what... Oh, okay, there's stopwatch.
Yay.
Yeah, good. Great. Awesome.
Hurry for stopwatch. Nice.
Okay. This is exciting. Are we having fun?
I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Coliseum.
I
so
really
excited.
don't even remember this.
I'm excited for a very specific reason.
Okay. I really don't like that gate. It's just really patronizing.
Why are you like you? It feels like very like a, why aren't you like your brother?
Miss could pass.
Why are you more like Mist?
Oh, fuck. Weird. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm just hurting.
Maybe you
Excuse
could go...
me.
When was the last time you saved? Like, what part of the map were you in? Maybe we should go back and do the stopwatch puzzle just so that we're not dying here.
Is there something? Okay, yeah, we do have a teleport room here.
I could be mistaken, but I think you're about to hit a boss fight.
Then let's not do that. That's my opinion. Let's not fight a boss. If you see anything that
This is very
bleeds...
jazzy Colosseum music.
Miguel,
like...
would you say that those segmented sprites were impressive for the time?
It's Fight Night at the Coliseum. If you go down, would there happen to be a save, like, right there, just by coincidence?
I don't know. Would there be a boss?
Not that way.
Okay.
I don't feel like I gave you good advice.
I don't know if those segmented sprites were impressive for the time. Like, there was already better stuff being done on the Genesis.
And so, like, notice how
Oh, thank God.
Notice how incredibly gratuitous that, like, the levels are actually, like, labeled. They're clearly demarcated with B1 and B2. I do like the stadium feeling of this area, like the posters. And
yeah, that is pretty.
Like, I think, like, if you want to see, like, good segmented sprite stuff, animation-wise, Vector
lost
Man
you.
Yeah,
Really?
has actually good timing and stuff on it.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Vector Man has,
Oh!
like, I'm not saying is the game good, I've only played a teeny bit of it, but, like, it's clear that the people who are animating it with understand timing in a way that whoever was animating those segmented sprites did not.
Hey, buddy.
That or just the tools.
What
they
are
had
you
to make
about?
with them. Man, that crazy animal in the
It
background.
might have been... What's the cool lady? It might have been, like, a better boss if you didn't have this, like, one-hit kill that just spams 31s.
I mean, it wasn't a
There
boss,
was a
it was just a
boss.
tarp enemy. Although I don't even know if it was actually.
This is a nice place. There's a lot of blood in the blood heart, in the blood cloak, or whatever.
Converts damage to hearts.
So when you get hurt, your hearts go up, but you lose both constitution and luck.
I mean, only. Sure, that's good. I like that.
Might be an incentive to use your clock more often.
I need to keep remembering that. Someone in chat points out that Mega Drive didn't have sprite rotation, which is true, but also...
It didn't, but I'm talking about the quality of the...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They just use
I'm not sure
radiated-
sprite rotation isn't... It rarely looks good? Would you say?
It's, yeah, like you're always going to get some bad distortion on it. It's best when it's used quickly. Because then the, like, between already, like, pre-done.
So cheesy. It's a freight elevator.
It doesn't move.
It might be technically impressive, but it's
Oh, come on!
not.
Wait, what?
Horses do not care for time.
I stopped you! Please stop doing that.
That enemy is crazy.
It will be engraved on your soul.
Half a horse don't stop for no one.
I thought I triggered Darkman. Oh.
Okay, this is like a really recurring thing in games of this era. Is like, oh, we added a time stop power, and then there's the one enemy that they just couldn't figure out how to make work with the time stop power, so it's just immune to it.
So my final answer is technically impressive, not artistically impressive.
I feel like one of the hard things in segmented spriting must be like the tooling building.
Yeah, like when in the J2ME cell phone days, because memory was a premium to do big sprites.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I feel like that area that we went up to first and then didn't go down, I feel like that's where a boss or the boss is. Like, maybe we should just do that one.
Okay.
Do that way. Also, I like how you're in the basement of the Coliseum and here's the room with all the weapons in it.
Nice.
No, 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 no. Please, 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 no. Please.
Christine cared so much about her stopwatch, she gave up a blue bag of money for it.
But no, basically everyone had custom tools. Like
Right.
every company had a custom tool set for doing segmented sprite.
Have you seen any
animations.
tools like for like segmented sprite stuff?
I used some during that time. Like companies would basically be like, okay, we need you to use this tool to like generate these animations.
So wait, J2ME could do segmented sprites?
Yeah, it would do sprite rotation, but it would do sprite translation.
Let's see.
And often you were just trying to like reuse ARM pieces and stuff like that just to save memory because you had so little memory on those devices. Those shitty flip phones. It's like the Superman game that I worked on. Superman, his entire sprite set was like, I don't know, a few dozen pieces at least of just like different arm positions we could flip between, different leg positions. But you wouldn't do any rotation because like they couldn't. But honestly, if you can avoid it. Like when you see the really big bosses in
Nice.
Metal Slug,
Uh-huh.
some of those will have like, there are definitely some different pieces that they're animating, but they also just like, they hand do a bunch of the rotation stuff in it.
Wow.
And like now there's sort of, there are two tools that you can use for doing segmented sprites. Spine and Spriter.
Uh-huh.
And the problem kind of is that Spriter actually has a mode specifically for doing pixel art where they make sure that everything is rounded to an integer for positions and turns off like bilinear filtering and all of that sort of stuff. But it's kind of the less.
Wow.
There's a freaking lot going on in this
Oh
room.
my god.
Like, oh, do they hurt each other? What the hell? Oh my.
This area is a lot. It's like the battle area. It's the Coliseum. So there are two things I remember the positions of specifically. I don't know whether to point them out.
Is there even anything in here?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Two things. I would like to point out, just in the interest of moving this along, if you pause. No. We're not playing a video game.
Does it randomly change what your load icon is?
It's kind of cute if you ask me.
Yeah.
Alright, if you look real carefully, do you remember right there, that one place on the map, you walked up to a wall that opened from the other side?
Uh-huh.
I think it would be desirable to open up that wall from the other side. The other thing
Sorry,
is,
what?
when we were doing the big staircase, at the bottom of the big staircase, there's the, there was like a wall that, on the other side, it was really obvious there was like a statue or something ridiculous.
Oh,
one other
right.
thing. Do you see the mist could pass?
Yeah.
Get on the other side of that. That's what you want to do.
How? I'm not.
Go around.
Okay.
But also, it might be worth it to open up that other side because it's going to be a lot easier to get here from the left than from the right, I think. Yeah, this area is like the areas immediately before this haven't been that hard, but there's just like a bunch of rooms in this area that are just like completely stuffed.
The icons apparently are based on location.
Huh.
Who are you? Open Hell's Gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Nope.
You know Sonic was in this game.
Ugh.
Oh.
I love hit stun.
It's hit stun, but also does
But
damage.
fear not, for you have your completely broken sword.
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Yeah, well, this is my dad's castle, so you're clearly not the lord of this castle.
If you're such a blade master, how come you died and became a skeleton, huh?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow, I love it.
You
Great.
You get to see the thought form in Christine's mind. Well, at least I can get my blood cloak.
Great game, everyone.
And that's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Obtain Form of Mist.
Anyway, this now unlocks everything.
Can you use that to avoid damage?
I think so, can't you?
I believe so. This castle definitely does not meet OSHA's standards. Okay, where am I even going now? Who even knows?
My recommendation would be exit back out to the big staircase so that wall's open, and then, I mean, at that point you can do anything. There's a ton, just so many edges. Like, basically every edge to this map is somewhere you couldn't go because you couldn't fly.
We can't fly as mist, right? It's just a momentary thing.
Can't you?
I don't.
It
Oh.
seems like it's just a...
Well, right now we don't have an MP. So, right now we need to let that recharge. Okay, trying to...
What happens if you hold it down?
That's what happens when you hold it down.
Oh.
Yeah.
So all you can do is go through walls. Okay.
Yeah, this has opened up that one other place where we found a gate.
Two, I think.
Okay. So there's a second mist form. Good. Great. I assume it's probably a relic. That seems to be the game's idea.
Okay, well now you just have to remember out of this entire enormous overstuffed map where the two walls that you can mist through are.
No, somebody's saying not to hold it, like to just tap it
Yeah,
for mist. No,
that's what happens.
yeah, same thing. I like that little, like, low attack those dudes do.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I like it. It really fucks my shit up.
Yeah, that's
Like sincerely, it's a good mix-up.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I got really excited when the Colosseum was like, oh god, finally we get the form of mist. Although I couldn't remember if it was the mist or the bat. It's the form of something. You got form of something.
You are a misty bat.
come to the Coliseum
Wait, no,
where...
no, shit.
Wait, what is that?
That's the thing that we need to...
No, that. What is it?
I don't know, it's a gun.
Okay.
I'm not using it, I need a stopwatch.
Anyway, the rooms in here are extremely...
Yeah, no, I'm good.
They're extremely worth finishing because there's really powerful stuff in them, but also they will all kill you.
I'm good.
How do you like our owl?
Oh
Oh, this is...
wow, that is really good.
Oh, more segmented sprites. Yeah, they're all animated really bad.
Notice all these little cells with like the numbers? Like, here's room 202.
I feel like it's slightly unnecessary.
Everything is unnecessary. That what?
Green tea.
Oh, this isn't...
Stole this guy's...
This fountain does not hurt you.
Weird.
Yes? I don't understand how...
It's a different color.
Does it
therefore
heal?
hurt you.
Is this like a hot spring?
I don't know.
Does anything mean anything?
I think it might just be...
There's just a dude chilling in there and you
Inexplicable.
stole his tea. This is where they just dumped all the extra sprites. What's a plate mail? I don't know. Plate lord something? Every single one of these has a different room number. There's 102, here's 101. They put so much effort into this for some reason.
Are we getting any enemies that bleed in here? I feel like I haven't seen any in a while. Oh, come on. Oh,
Wait, does that room even contain anything?
no, it's just the thing we have to go through in order to get the fuck out of here.
You could just go back up the staircase. You could... I think you're
about.
about to die, and I would suggest running left and not attempting to fight in this room.
We need to get out of here.
What? You can go left! You 100% could just go left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You could walk up and to the left from where you are and get out of the Coliseum altogether.
We're trying to go to the clock room.
You could get to the clock room from another direction.
Oh, we should actually call it. Just looking at the time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So a little bit closer to the false end.
A little
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much almost filled in the map. There's just bits and pieces. Unless there's a bunch of hidden stuff that's suddenly going to show up.
bit. There might be more hidden stuff. I think. There's just...
Yeah.
Consider how much of the map was hidden already.
Yeah.
It might be if you go out to the library, you could buy more maps.
Okay, but like we saved when we got, yeah, got the delicious blood cloak.
Please do not lick your blood cloak. I can't tell if you look cooler now or much, much worse.
I imagine it depends on your video codec.
That's fair.
You can probably see this one now. Well,
Horses are like cats, they just slide through bars.
yeah, what is up with those horses? Why are they...
I don't know,
Why did they think enemies that knock you, incredibly hard enemies that knock you out of the room were a good idea? I feel like that's just
but
not
I don't
right.
think they were like. My sense of this game is that they did not care whether an idea was a good or bad idea. They just cared that it was an idea. And they wanted as many ideas as possible. It's like, you get great things like the guy mourning his owl.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you get enemies that just knock you back out of the room constantly.
Which is almost kind of funny. They just denied. It's like the horse of denial. The horse is like, no, you're not entering this room.
Why is the horse immune to time stop? Just completely immune.
All horses are immune to
It's a
time.
time horse.
Well, good night,
Have
everyone.
you ever seen a horse that wasn't immune to time magic?
Look, there's no way it's actually just half a horse. Clearly the other half of the horse is in a different time.
Please press the stop screaming button. I don't want
I'm just trying to explain time horses to you, Christine. It's important. We'll be back next week. I might stream some art stuff, because it's a project that me and Christine are working on, so I'm doing
Yeah.
a bunch of art right now. But it would be in the middle of the day, so... And with very little warning, because that's how I stream art.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Bye.
See you all next week.